Welcome back, ladies, gentlemen, and our wrestling WATCW faithful all around the world. My name is Taylor Cleek, and I have 3 words for you I've been waiting a long time to say. WATCW is back! And this isn't just my 3-year Streamerversary. This is our 3-year Streamerversary. I've waited a long time for this. This is the culmination of a lot of passion, a culmination of a lot of hard work. And I'm so happy and proud to finally stand before you to kick off the 2nd season of your virtual wrestling league, your premier virtual wrestling league, WAT Championship Wrestling. As your original final boss, the OFB, I'm here to not talk about winning my next match or pulling off a win with a challenge. I'm not wrestling tonight, to be clear. I'm staying in the commentary booth, and I'm trying out this promo feature in Universe Mode for the first time. Wasn't sure how it was going to work. I'm so proud to present a massive 10-match card. Season 2 premiere here tonight that's also going to kick off the illustrious, soon-to-be legendary Fantasy Faction War. Every faction will be represented tonight in the first round of 4 tournaments for the Men's World Championship, the Women's World Championship, the World Tag Team Championship, and of course, the Twitch Championship. Folks, thank you so much for joining me. It means so much to be sharing this with you again after so much demand and after so much patience and graciousness. We are finally back. Wrestling streams are back, and tonight is Streamerversary. Thank you so much for watching. It's July 3rd. We are on the eve of Independence Day, and let this be known, there may not be a lot that you want to celebrate right now. You may not be feeling too proud to live where you live right now, and I'm right there with you. But fuck the oligarchy. Wrestling is real, and it's forever, and let's have it tonight, folks. Let's celebrate something, and that's real Graps' brother. Happy anniversary, Dilly Todd's in the chat. So glad to see you. I'm gonna win my next match. I guess I'll select that. That's right. The original final boss is in the house. And I'm so excited. WATCW, baby. Welcome in, welcome all. Thank you for tuning in. Let's get this show started. Good job. Next match. Next real match. We're flying by the seat of our pants here. We're testing a lot of these things out for the very first time. Feature Films has got us up on the big screen. And now it's time to get to the matches. I'm staying in the middle here, brother. We're staying in the commentary booth. We ain't wrestling tonight. We ain't wrestling this season at all. I'm the boss. I'm the lead commentator. And that's all there is to it. Man, we got to get in our groove here. I got to post the tweets saying the matches are getting ready to start. I'm so excited. I'm so happy to be here. Like I said, this is a culmination of a lot of work. Thank you for tuning in, folks. I hope this will live up to the hype. I've been talking about it for months. And of course, it is the 3th anniversary of my time streaming here on Twitch. So let's make it special. I don't know if anybody will be joining me on commentary tonight, and that's just fine. We had a lot of last-minute hiccups on that side of operations. We'll troubleshoot it for next time. But if it's just me here, I'm very happy and proud to sit here and call these matches tonight. Here we go. We're kicking it off. The Fantasy Faction War, as promised, begins right at the start, folks, as we begin the World Tag Team Championship Tournament. I'm knocking my phone off the table. I'm so excited. Every screen is a big screen when the commissioner's on it. I know that's right. I'm the original final boss, baby. Hope the volume's okay. Been a long time since I streamed a wrestling game like this. Let's see how it goes. Bret the Hitman Hart. A very surprising draft by Suge Knight, 3-2-3 for El Diablo de Patas in the tag team division. Perhaps not the most surprising draft by Suge last week. We'll get into that later. But Bret Hart coming out first to represent El Diablo de Patas in the tag team division. And here we go, odd bedfellows. You gotta love it. Latino Heat.
From El Paso, Texas, weighing in at 228 pounds, Eddie Guerrero.
Big pop. Everybody popped real big on the stream when Suge Knight drafted Eddie Guerrero, who's wrestling in WATCW for the first time this season. This was when he was still sticking to his theme, and then he had to move up north. He said, we're drafting the Mexicans of the North, and got Bret Hart in there as well. This is, look, this is maybe not the most typical tag team you've ever seen. I'm not sure whether these two ever tag teamed in their respective illustrious careers with each other. That's to be said. But Eddie and Bret do, of course, have a lot of background in tag team wrestling. It's just a question of whether they have that chemistry and can work that experience in together here tonight. Eddie Guerrero and Bret Hart, there they are wearing the black and green for El Diablo de Patas. Which outfit was the hardest to modify for the drafted wrestlers? I still haven't done all of them. Oh, here comes the great one.
And representing the Dream Team from Miami, Florida, weighing in at 275 pounds, the WWE People's Champion.
He's got his fake toy belt. He's got his toy belt. This may not be modern day contemporary Final Boss Rock, but even still, he somehow found his little fake toy belt. They even got ads on the TV. Feature films. I know you can't hear me right now, but this is pro wrestling, baby. You should know by now. There are ads on ads on ads. We don't have them on our ring mat, our tables quite yet, but we'll probably get there. Our ladders. Which outfit was hardest to modify for the drafted wrestlers? I haven't done them all yet. I only have done. I've done obviously everybody on this card. And not too many people passed it. I wanted to focus on who we had here tonight. Of the people here tonight, I will say The Fiend was definitely challenging, as was Mankind. Yeah, I would say that, bringing bright color schemes to creepy masked wrestlers is a challenge. We'll see what it looks like when they come out. Yeah, ads on the tables. Thank you so much, folks, for joining me tonight. Again, welcome to the premiere of WATCW. This is Streamerversary. It all kicks off here. There's no better time to tune in than right now. And here comes our first real wrestler of the night, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Flanked by the Master Matt Thomas, a former WATCW World Champion in his own right back there. Leading up the black and gold real wrestlers. Say it! They said it. Did you say it at home? The American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, of course, referred to as the QB of WWE. And I was talking about odd couples earlier with Eddie Guerrero and Bret Hart. We got to talk about this one that Matt put together. Cody Rhodes and The Rock. There may not be a lot of tag team history in their opponents, but with Cody Rhodes and The Rock, there is a lot of... Look at that. We spare no expense for the pyro. We'll see if we get pyro on the other shows, Cody, but you got it on this one. These guys have history, but as opposition to one another. Just a couple of months ago, The Rock had made a bid for Cody Rhodes' literal soul, an offer which he denied to his own detriment and demise. The fact that they're paired together here, wearing the same black and gold in the tag team division, I don't know if there's been an exchange of souls. Looks like Bret Hart and The Rock will be starting us off tonight. Ring the bell, and here we go. Mirror drop kicks, neither connects. Sends Rock to the corner, tags in Eddie quick, and this is going to be a big double team punch to the midsection. Here we go, folks. The bell has rang. The show has truly begun. This is WATCW. Eddie goes in for a quick pin. There's no chance that's enough. Kicks out at one, obviously. Suge looks a little frustrated on the outside there, perhaps wondering what was Eddie thinking. Trying to get an early pin in on the great one, the People's Champion, Eddie Guerrero, with your Rudy Poo early pin attempt. Again, 4 legends here. I mean, we wanted to make sure we started off with a bang tonight. Wow, top rope Hurricane Rana from Eddie to Rock with a little of that lucha libre magic. Suge loves it, wrenches the arm. We kip up! Big pop for the kip up. We wanted to make sure we started off with a big match tonight to really set the tone. People have waited so patiently since what? What was WrestleMania? That was April of last year. In some ways, that doesn't feel like enough time, and in some ways, it feels like even less than that. I don't know. Time is relative. It's a flat circle. It feels like it's been way longer than a simple year and a half to me, but we're so happy to be back here. Thank you for your patience, for your graciousness, for your support. To all the WATCW faithful and the millions. Nice double team maneuver from El Diablo de Patas as Rock gets the hot tag to the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. We've got Nick Mulbach in the chat. First time chatter? Nick Mulbach, first time chatter. You never said anything in this chat before, Nick Mulbach, captain of the Celestial Sirens. Shout out to Nick Mulbach, captain of the Celestial Sirens. Shout out to Feature Films, of course, captain of the Cenobites. And now shout out to Matt Thomas, the captain of the Real Wrestlers, who is watching as Cody Rhodes does a little joint manipulation on the Hitman. The app works, I believe. Don't know for sure because you didn't join. I don't know what that means. Just so it's clear, we will not be troubleshooting any chat issues now that the stream has started. The party has been started. Everyone's been invited, and it'll be up to you to join at this point if you want to. But we will not be stopping to do any such things now that we've started. Another Hurricane Rana from Eddie Guerrero to Cody Rhodes. You don't need to send me a party invite. You need to join the one I sent you. Eddie Guerrero hooks the leg to Cody Rhodes. The Rock breaks it up. And here's something I want to make specific. You didn't get anything for a party? Well, I guess you ain't invited to the party. You're going to have to sit this one out, amigo. Eddie Guerrero goes for... Ooh, he's racking him off the back. Ooh, a submission move. Will Cody tap out? No, Cody fights out of it. Now, something I was going to mention that's, I think, a distinguished detail that perhaps wasn't established in prior seasons of WATCW is nowadays... Oh, hold on. Hooks the leg. 1 count. Eddie's out. No doubt about that. Back in the day, you could get off that apron and break up pinfall submissions as many times as you want and make these matches take a really long time, brother. But these days, you get one chance. You get off that apron, you get in the ring to break up a pin. You can't do it again until there's a tag. See, Cody tagged out, Rock's in. Now Cody can get off the apron to help out. Similarly, Eddie will be able to come in one time. After that one time, they have to wait to be tagged in. So you can't just get in the ring whenever you want and try to break stuff up and perpetuate a match all night. So what I've always said about tag team wrestling is you gotta, and in this league and in these games, you've got to be an opportunist. You've got to make a moment and capitalize on it. You can't just wrestle it like any old match. You got to think about the guy on the apron. Has he come in? And if you're the guy on the apron, when's the time to come in? And make sure you utilize that one opportunity that you have. You don't want to waste it and then find you need it again later. Big clothesline from The Rock for the Real Wrestlers. He's going to try to cover it. Bret stays on the apron. Doesn't think this is the time, and it wasn't. Great call by the Hitman at ringside. Nick Mulbach going to join in next time. JRKO out of nowhere. Will join as a commentator. Look, hold on. Okay, yeah, no, it stops the stream if I go to the menu. I'm not bothering with it. No worries. We'll just call this solo, and maybe that's the way to do it tonight for the very first episode. Maybe it's good to get back Good to get back to the classic vintage WATCW vibe here with me on commentary, but so glad to have so many of our faction captains in chat. Huge moonsault from the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Bret Hart thinks that could have been a finishing moment. He was finishing, and Bret Hart said, not on my watch. Wait a minute! Crossroads! Crossroads to Eddie! Busts him open! Bret Hart can't bring up the pin! Is that the end? Are they going ahead? No! Can PlayStation use Discord? Yes, it can, but no, it cannot share the audio onto the stream, unfortunately, unless that's changed. I've been begging them to do it. They have not evidently read any of my letters. It would definitely make this 1,000,000% easier. Big punch from Rock to Eddie. It would make it 1,000,000% easier. Basically, any attempt at any sort of collaborative stream I've ever done would be 1,000,000% easier if Discord audio could be shared to stream from PlayStation. I can get in Discord chats, but I cannot share the audio to the stream, unfortunately. Unless that's changed. And if you want to start tweeting at PlayStation support now, tell them to update that, please do. Whips Cody to the corner. Eddie is gooshin', brother. Yeah, if you want a pipe bomb. All right, here we go. Matt Thomas joined the party, it says. Oh, double team. Flapjacks Bret Hart onto Cody Rhodes. I do not hear Matt Thomas. If he's speaking, hooks the leg. Rock breaks it up. I don't know if he's there, if he's speaking. Once again, I do not hear him. Bret Hart takes Cody Rhodes to the corner. Oh my, I'm hearing something back there. I do hear you, Matt Thomas. Let me know. Matt is speaking. Let me know on stream if you hear him. I think you should. I think we've already resolved this from our old Avatar streams, but do let me know if you don't hear anybody else speaking. Bret Hart locks in the sharpshooter on Cody Rhodes. Will he tap? No. Fights out of it. Welcome aboard, Matt Thomas, captain of the Real Wrestlers. Nick Malbach says he hears nothing, unfortunately. Here we go. Gut wrench. Yeah, you probably will have to separately go into the settings on your phone. Cody with the hot tag to the Rock. Bret Hart was too busy showboating over there, and he paid for it, though he quickly puts the Rock down with a clothesline. Back and forth. This is a competitive tag team wrestling match. Really want to hear him talk about his Fortnite tag team. It is true. The Real Wrestlers.
My voice is sharing now.
All right, stream. Let me know if you can hear Matt Thomas, whose tag team, yeah, is technically possible to recreate in Fortnite. If you got the V-Bucks, big double team elbow to the Rock. Nick Malbach says he can hear you. Is the audio balanced enough? Like, can you just barely hear him, or is it working? Let me know if this is working. Eddie at the top with the attempted double axe handle. Back and forth we go. Matt, I don't know if you've had an opportunity to see much of the match yet. If so, how do you feel about your Real Wrestlers performance so far? Also, thanks for the follow, Nick Malbach. What a king. Cody on the outside.
Your question cut out there. You said it, you don't know if I had the opportunity to what?
Watch the match much yet, but if you did, how do you feel about your team's performance so far? Eddie is absolutely gushing fucking blood on the outside. Oh my.
I literally just had to run to my parents' house and grab something.
Cody Rhodes looks like a man possessed, man. He is beating Eddie Guerrero, who is gushing blood, just how I remember he used to do it back in the day. He's running the blade, brother. My God. Cody Rhodes is work. That's close to a count out. Eddie better be. Okay, Eddie's back in time. Oh my! Crossroads! Crossroads to Eddie, middle of the ring, hooks the leg, but Bret Hart breaks it up once again. Featured says, Matt's audio is terrible. I hear him walking around his house. You walking over there? You doing a walk and talk? Maybe not even a talk. Just a walk? We lost him. And no, that's not a... I'm
here.
Okay, he's back. He's back. I'm told you they can hear you walking around the house. Wow! Crossbody! Rager Emo in the chat. Regret to inform you, you won't be seeing him tonight, tomorrow night, next week, next year. Rest in peace, but rest in piss. Here we go. Suplex from Eddie. Wait, not just any ordinary suplex. That is 1 of 2. And does he nail the final one? 3 amigos. I don't know how Eddie's standing after all that blood loss. Hooks the leg. Rock's now coming in. I told y'all that this new mechanic would make a difference, but so many frequent tags in this match, it is really hard to capitalize and get that pin. Seaman Demon emote in the chat. You will be seeing him. You will be seeing that one tonight. Now we got a hag alert. No hags coming on the card tonight, as far as I'm aware, if I can help it. Though there may be one somewhere backstage. All right, whips Eddie to the corner. Tags to Rock. Here, back and forth, back and forth. You got to really strategize in these tag matches. I'll tell you what Eddie needs to do is he needs to get his ass over to the corner and tag Bret Hart in. Stunned on the outside. Rock getting bored. He tries to take it to the Hitman. He gets it back. Huh? Okay, I guess he's out of here. Please don't join the party unless you can actually sit down and do commentary. Thanks. Big move to Bret Hart on the apron. On the outside. Smart. Because they want to stop Eddie from tagging out of this one, for sure. Ooh! Nice snap slam off the ropes. Is the game audio okay? Let me ask you guys that much, because it sounded like it got quieter when Matt joined. Maybe a balancing thing, and it didn't go up after he left. So, let me know if the game's not too quiet now. And if it is, maybe I can fix that. Rock's in the corner. Eddie doesn't seem to know what to do with himself. Oh, he's arguing with Matt on the outside. That's why Matt had to leave. He had to argue with Eddie. Eddie is bleeding all over this ring.
Oh, Jesus. Ooh.
Matt's back. Does he have eyes on the program?
Yes, I do. I was getting home from work.
Game is a bit too quiet. Okay, I am going to pause. This is let me see here. I do think I can mess with the audio balance between game and chat. So let me try that. Just a moment, folks. Thank you for holding. There might be a couple hiccups in this one tonight. We are figuring out as we go, but hopefully that'll make... Okay, so let's take the balance more towards the game. And let's see if that makes a difference. Let me know if that's any different or better, folks in the chat. Thank you so much for bearing with us here. Hopefully it's a little louder now. Let me know if it's not loud enough. Now the Rock's locking in a sharpshooter on Eddie Guerrero. That's got to make Bret Hart so mad on the apron, who can't come in to break it up. Is Eddie going to tap? He doesn't. The Rock lets him out, and now what's he looking for? The Rock bottom! The Rock bottom to Eddie Guerrero!
Ooh.
Bret Hart can't break it up! How?
Wow.
How did Eddie kick out the Rock? Can't believe it. Matt can't believe it. Oh, and now Eddie's begging, take it easy on me. I'm bleeding like a stuck pig here. But wait, whips Rock to the corner, tags in Bret Hart. This match is still going. This match will still be going tomorrow at this rate. Slams Bret Hart onto the Rock, who's going to try to cover from there. Cody Rhodes doesn't like that. This is an all-out war here. But this is so important, folks. I don't think I really made it clear here at the start. This isn't just our first match. This is the first match in the Fantasy Faction War. Whoever wins this gets 3 points on the board. And, of course, will immediately jump. And he just did it. Take the Rock on the apron.
Oh, fuck.
Whoever wins this match, of course, will immediately jump to number 1. Oh, fuck. Eddie took out the ref.
Oh!
Eddie took out the
ref. Did himself
ref.
no favors.
The ref is down over the ropes and onto the ref. We might need to get another one out here. Somebody send for Charles Robinson. Quick tag to Bret Hart. I don't know if the ref's
Fucking
gonna
tag, you dumbass.
I don't know if the ref's gonna know who's legal. Bret Hart's putting in a sharpshooter of his own on The Rock, the real sharpshooter. But the ref is down. The ref is down. He's not gonna see it. Oh, The Rock fights out. I thought he was gonna tap, and the ref wasn't gonna be there to call for the bell. Whew. This is insane. Ref is back up. Let me tell you also something. When refs go down in this game, all their pin counts after that are really slow. So this match is an odyssey. Somebody call Chris Nolan, man.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, here we go. Eddie's tuning up the Three Amigos again, and if I'm following correctly, I don't think Cody Rhodes could break up the next pin attempt. The Rock is so bruised up and beaten. He's stunned. Eddie hooks the leg. Is that
Come on, Dwayne.
enough? The Rock gets the shoulder up at 2. I think the ref was smacking him in the face, too. That was crazy.
Right.
No wonder he fucking kicked out. He woke up, got smacked in the face. Another double team move. And look, The Rock needs to tag out to Cody. Bret Hart, wait! After the double team, ref smacking him again! 3! Bret Hart pins The Rock!
Wow.
They've done it! They're bloody, they're bruised, they're beaten, but they are winners, and they just got Suge Knight and El Diablo de Patas 3 huge points as they move on to round 2 of the tag team tournament. Matt Thomas, leader of the Real Wrestlers, how do you feel right now?
Well, Dwayne needed to tag out a while ago, and he had an opportunity and didn't take it. So I'm a little upset about that, but that was a great match from what I saw.
It was a terrific match. It was a big war. Are you feeling any sense of regret in your picks so far this early in the night?
No, not at all. It's early in the season. We'll see how it is halfway through. It's no big deal.
No big deal. Nick Malbach of the Celestial Siren says, for being as dramatic as it was, that finish was boo. You know, I think it wasn't as big and as climactic as you'd expect after that back and forth.
The same thing happened like 3 times in a row, and that's why I kind of agree with Nick there.
Tag team wrestling is very difficult in these games. It's why we don't just call it the Tag Team Championship. We call it the World Tag Team Championship. It's perhaps the most difficult belts to win in this league, and that's why matches are also worth a little extra point. 3 points on the board for El Diablo de Patas. Suge Knight, by the way, the only faction captain to not get a promo in, so no extra bonus point for him tonight, which means he needs to get as many as he can, honestly, here in these matches. Let's move forward. And I agree, that finish was maybe a little underwhelming, but I think they were all just so exhausted and hurt. It was over. Where's Feature Films at? Is he in the chat? Or is he going to ringside? We're moving on to the first match in the Women's World Championship Tournament. Lady Dimitrescu versus the man, Becky Lynch. This is our first singles match of the night. Great start already. Lady Dimitrescu does not have the right Titantron. That's good. That's fine. People are lighting fireworks off outside, probably in celebration of the return of WATCW. They're so excited.
Yeah, those camp knights really know how to party.
That's true. Lady Dimitrescu, while mysteriously doesn't have the correct video up on the Titantron, I'm sure we'll see many things like that tonight. This is the deepest I've already gotten in a universe mode in this game. So, oh my God, she just clipped through the ropes. This one is it's already going off the rails. So I'm sure we'll see a lot of mysterious things in the stream tonight. I can't wait to find out what they are. Lady Dimitrescu is a former WATCW Women's World Champion. Held the belt last season. and would be all too eager to be the first one of this season. Excellent colors for Becky. Thank you. And here she comes. Speaking of champions and prestige, there's feature films in the back. It's time for the man. Welcome to the man show. She's the current WWE Intercontinental Champion, and she gets to bring that belt over to WATCW to show off what she's capable of.
The Disciples of Darkness from Dublin, Ireland. The WWE Women's Intercontinental Champion,
Becky Lynch has arrived, folks, making her WATCW debut here in Season 2. Feature Films loves the jacket. Thank you. You know, hers was a little tricky. I wanted to change those, like, skin tone parts up top to white, but it wouldn't let me. That's also the challenge, is, like, there are things about the wrestlers in this game that you are not allowed to change. So, I did my best with what I could do for all of them. Hopefully I'll do you all proud. Becky Lynch, here we go. Our first singles match of Season 2. Our first women's match of Season 2. Lady Dimitrescu going for a quick pin. Doesn't get it. It's going to take more than that to put Becky Lynch down. Now I'll tell you this. What's that?
Fun fact. If Featured hadn't gotten to Becky, that was who I was going to pick over Shaq.
You were going to pick Becky over who? Over Shaq. Shaq. I thought you meant, I thought you were going to say Pixie for a second. I was going to say, damn. No, you did get Shaq. Didn't get Becky Lynch. That was a huge, huge get. And, of course, accomplished so much in her pro wrestling career. But to be clear, everyone starts at 0 here in WATCW Season 2. In spite of everything she's accomplished in her illustrious career, that doesn't win her any favors. That doesn't get her ahead in line. We all start at 0 in Season 2, and we'll earn our way through this tournament to the finals to hopefully become a champion. Becky Lynch will have something that I've noticed that's going to probably really be important this season is size advantage. Although Becky Lynch is having no problem putting the vampire matriarch, Lady Dimitrescu, down, and she's going to go for a pin. Kicked out at 2. Featured's going to be walking in place again. Quite possibly. We have incorrect Titantrons. We have clipping through ropes. Nick says the Fiend looks great. Perfect. But the Fiend, I mentioned earlier, it was asked what was the hardest one to edit, and the Fiend was definitely amongst them. But I kind of came up with the premise for how to do the Fiend, and we could get into that later tonight. Sound like the game audio went down again. Very strange. Again, we're troubleshooting this, but let me know if the game is too quiet once more. Obviously not something I want to have to change match to match. I don't even understand how that would be possible, but let me know if the game is too quiet. Sounds good? Thank you, Nick Mulbach. Love you. So glad to have Nick Mulbach in the chat. What a beautiful man. Back and forth. Speaking of beautiful man, Becky Lynch going to try to pick up Dimitrescu, but just too heavy. Big boot. Now, Matt, I mentioned Pixie Boot. Later tonight, she will be debuting against Alexa Bliss of the Righteous Cowboys. How are you feeling about that matchup later tonight?
You know, I'm feeling really good about that. Pixie is a star. People just haven't really had the chance to meet her yet. Like, if you get to know Pixie, I know Featured knows Pixie well. Pixie is just so emphatic. Her energy it's infectious. And I think you're going to see that tonight in the ring also.
So true. Oh my God, what is Dimitrescu going through? Some kind of Widow's Peak, potentially. Is she going to hit it? She does! Huge move on Becky Lynch. Hooks the leg. Is it enough? 2! No. Becky manages to get the shoulder up, but she's going to need a big moment if she's going to recover from that maneuver. Oh, and look, Featured Films, a great captain here, distracting Dimitrescu at ringside, giving Becky time to catch her breath and take advantage. Sneaks up behind Alcina Dimitrescu. And that's so true. You know, technically won't be Pixie's first time appearing on this stream. Had the pleasure of playing Fortnite, I believe, with her once or twice, and she is just fantastic. Been a great supporter of Season 2. So excited to debut tonight. She's been promoting the show, and I'm so happy we managed to get her in a roster before the season started, and that she got drafted, thus putting her in that tournament tonight. Featured cheering on Becky at ringside and in chat. He shows up for his competitors. Becky through the ropes, and Dimitrescu gets out of the way, falls hard to the floor on the outside. And now we've made our way. Oh, wait a minute! Dimitrescu hitting her with them polygons! I know a lot of sick fucks who would pay a lot of money for that experience. Becky just got it for free, and I think she'd like to return it if she could. Whips Becky back to the ring, and Dimitrescu should probably just go for the quick pin right here, right now. She might get it after that sick fucking booty bop, man. What's she calling for? Another one! Another one! Dimitrescu puts Becky up, slams her down again with that Widow's Peak. 1, 2, Becky kicks out. I thought for sure the second would be enough, and Featured trying to rally the crowd on the outside. This match will continue. Becky! Wow, what a slam! She's got the disarmer locked in. She's going for the submission finish. Will Lady Dimitrescu tap? Fights out of it. What I'm seeing so far tonight, and we're only in match 2, but what I'm seeing so far tonight. Wait, manhandle slam! Manhandle slam to Dimitrescu! And I thought Becky would go for the pin off that. What's she calling for? To my surprise, Becky Lynch did not go for the pin. Now she's going to try it. Is it enough? It is! It's enough. Becky Lynch just gave her a little extra one for free after that. Wow. Featured's proud. He's got the 3D glasses emote in chat. That's so perfect. Brand Synergy is running wild, brother. Becky Lynch defeats Alcina Dimitrescu. Defeats a former WATCW champion. Puts 2 points on the board for the Cenobites. And moves on to the second round of the Women's World Championship Tournament. Huge win and a huge opening statement from the man, proving to be a valuable draft. You can understand now why she was in such high demand. Matt Thomas had her on the board, didn't get her because Featured scooped her up first, and he has got to be so happy that he did. Nick Molbach says, pretty cool ad about cat urine on. Fascinating. I've not seen that one.
You gotta subscribe, Nick. Subscribe, and you can go ahead and not have those commercials.
That's so true, and I'm so glad you said that. You could subscribe if you have an Amazon account. You could do a Prime, Twitch Prime. It's free. Takes money out of Jeff Bezos' pocket, puts it in ours. That's such a great point, and then you don't have to see cat urine ads. Though I do love the premise of being sponsored by some sort of cat urine product, and we could put that. We could like print that on the mat of the wrestling ring, or put it on the tables. Make people wear T-shirts with it on there. Something to really think about, cat urine industry. Featured says, first win, but not the last. First of many to come. And for the sake of the Cenobites, I hope it's true. I hope it's true. What do we have next? What's up next at Streamerversary? 2 matches down already. What a show it's been. Jonesy's arrived in the basement, so he may wreak havoc and cause me to step away, but that's okay. Matt Thomas can keep company. Oh my, it looks like somebody else is coming down to the ring with a few things to share on their minds. It's one half of the former Todd's-eract, Dilly Todds. Mic in hand, coming down to the ring, and I've got a feeling I know what he wants to talk about.
The fact that he's not partnered up with
Metarract, close though.
Sorry.
And indeed, Dilly is speaking. He says he is so outraged upset and refuses to acknowledge the legitimacy of this faction draft. He does not want to be on El Diablo de Patas. Oh, the game's like picking options for me. That's scary. What's happening over there? He's out. He was quick. That's all he had to say. He doesn't recognize the draft. He will always be a member of the Metarract, and he refuses to put on the black and green.
Holy shit.
He refuses. And he's out, just like that. I was going to let him say a little bit more, but I guess not much else needs to be said. In spite of that, next up, Suge Knight for El Diablo de Patas, the most upsetting draft of the night. So we'll see what happens here, because according to this, up next is Shaquille O'Neal versus Dilly Tots.
What? Oh, God.
Dilly says he refuses to recognize the black and green of El Diablo de Patas. He misses Metarract. He's one half of, inarguably, in my opinion, the greatest WATCW tag team of all time. The undefeated, undisputed tag team champions of Season 1. They were the season finale champions. Waffle House Championship Wrestling champions. And really screwed things up that they're not a team currently in this league.
Damn, that Shaq looks better than he does in NBA 2K. What the hell?
I wonder if he just got like... I wonder if he just got like copied and pasted over, but I guess not. Shaquille.
Well, no, facial-wise, he's definitely copied and pasted over. I'm talking about body.
Oh, I got you. His body's immaculate. Shaquille O'Neal, drafted in the Twitch division by Matt Thomas of The Real Wrestlers. Shaquille O'Neal also not allowed to edit his appearance at all. You cannot do anything to his or the other NBA players. Thankfully, he's wearing black and gold, so that works out. He, just like Dilly Tots, refuses to change his colors, but his colors are correct for his team, so isn't that convenient?
Hey, Featured, you do realize Shaq won the Finals MVPs those years, right?
Shaq coming out just to lose since Kobe isn't here to carry him. Big Pyro! Big Pyro from Shaq. Once again, spared no expense for the first stream of the night. Shaquille O'Neal, a polarizing addition to this game, along with Jalen Brunson and Tyrese Halliburton. A lot of people upset to get basketball players instead of wrestlers in their wrestling game. And Shaq, though, was the only one drafted into WATCW, so we'll have to make do with what we have. Here's what I'm wondering what we're going to see here. Shaq's in the ring. Dilly says he's not going to play with El Diablo. What happens next? Here he is. And he's saying no. Cleveland. He refuses. He's saying no. He's shaking his head. He's refusing. He's not wearing the black and green. I do see Suge back there, but he's leaving him in the dust. He's not even waiting for him. He's arguing and screaming with the fans. He says, no, I am not a member of this faction. I'm a member of the Metarract, and I do not want anything to do with this. He's on the turnbuckle screaming at the fans. Stop this. He's in the chat daring people to boo him. He says he's nothing on his own. He feels incomplete out here. Apparently Suge not completing him in the way that Metarract has in the past. Metarract also booked a wrestle tonight in the same division, Twitch division tonight. Here we go. Well, Dilly said he's not going to put the colors on, but it does appear he is going to wrestle tonight. Shaq versus Dilly Tots. Here we go. Self-promo challenge. Dilly Tots wins the match. I don't know what that means. If he completes the promo challenge, if he wins the match, or did it just like fix the match? Is this rigged? Is wrestling rigged? Surely not. Shaq and Dilly Tots. Here we go. I have another size discrepancy. Oh, and you can see it already. Shaq saying, you put your hands on me, little man. Picks Dilly up. Good counter into the backdrop by Dilly Tots, who, size discrepancy is a big thing. It's going to matter. It's going to make a difference. This isn't boxing. This isn't MMA. There are no weight classes. It's every man and woman for themselves. Although I gotta say, in the same way I brought this up last time, as I'm saying it, Dilly Tots has control of the match, keeping Shaq on the mat, and that's a great, smart place to keep him. Dilly says he's got big feet, and that's true. And if you're not careful, you might find yourself beneath them. Once again, a lot of $6 probably pay a lot of money. Ooh, he's got him up in some sort of torture ring. Throws him around like a sack of flour. Here he goes again, like a ragdoll to the corner. Shaq has awakened, and he is angry. Formerly known as the Genie Kazam, but Dilly rolls him up.
Big Aristotle.
Good old sports entertainment. Now here's what I also want to talk about. Not just size. Oh, huge clothesline. Stuns Dilly Tots to the mat. Not just size discrepancy, but the psychological difference. You have Shaquille O'Neal, who seems locked in, proud to be a real wrestler, wearing the correct colors. He wants to win. He wants to become Twitch champion for the real wrestlers. Dilly Tots, a very decorated wrestler in WATCW, but his heart's not in this, evidently, is what I'm being told. Whoa! He just got out of the way of that big, big boot from Shaq. We were talking about them big boots just a moment ago. And now Dilly, though, in the corner. Count it. 2, 3. Oh. Shaq had no tolerance for the counted punches. I gotta say, for a man whose heart isn't in it, who doesn't want to be here, Dilly is putting in the work, and he's got the Boston Crab locked in on Shaquille O'Neal, but he breaks out of it. Oh, man. Dilly was truly not happy. Wow, what a slam by Shaquille O'Neal. Not happy when I broke the news to him that he would not be in the Metarract, at least not immediately this season. Of course, he'll be looking for any opportunity he can to put that team back together. Shaq throws him into the barricade. Oh, my God. Shaq's got moves. And we did say, I think, during the draft that I will give Shaq credit, unlike the other two NBA players, he has actually worked a match or two in his life. I'm not saying they were good matches, but he did go out there and do the thing. So he has some business being here, and if he can win tonight, he'll have a lot of business being here. We're at an 8 count, though. These guys got to get in the ring. Dilly's in there. He's getting in. Shaq's just makes it in at 9. Oh, but Dilly's got him up. Pile driver. Hooks the leg. Is that enough? Did Dilly pull it off? Shaq kicked out. Kicked out at 2. Ooh, wait a minute. Shaq's got him. Huge choke slam from Shaquille O'Neal. Hooks the leg. Is it enough? Dilly's shoulder up at 2. Look, Dilly, he's fighting like a man who wants to win. He could tell me he's not, but I'm not sure I believe it. Even if he's got the Metarract tights on, refusing to wear the black and green. And I'm sure Suge's worried about that, but Suge's already got 3 points on the board. All that matters is whether Dilly can bring 2 more on top of that. Shaq's got him up. Oh, huge slam from Shaq. Hooks the leg. Isn't enough. Oh. Just a hair away from victory there, Shaquille O'Neal. And there he is, finally in the chat. Suge Knight 1323 on Twitch of El Diablo de Patas. He's just now learning that Dilly Tots, though he's wrestling this match, is refusing to wear the black and green in protest of being drafted to El Diablo de Patas. He's working the match, perhaps has... Oh! Flipped over the ropes. Perhaps has too much pride to not show up at all. Oh, he got tossed again from the 2nd floor by Shaquille. But Dilly Tots, in protest of this draft, is keeping the black and red on. Oh! Dilly! Another! No! Not a pile driver! The last ride! Look at the strength of Dilly Tots! Did he do it? Shaquille O'Neal kicked out. And he's rolling to the outside wisely. How do you feel about Shaq's performance so far, Matt Thomas?
Honestly, he's dominated most of this match. So I'm not upset by it. He's fighting a former team's champion. It's going to be tough. But he's showing he's still got it for being as old as he is. This is a man who's nearly 50. And he's just out here throwing Dilly around like it's nothing. So I appreciate the effort.
It's true. And look, I just saw Dilly, I think, try to win via countout, but nowhere near that. I definitely think Dilly, who is demoralized, but now also probably pretty exhausted, is just wanting this to be over at this point. Wait a minute, he's going to try to pin Shaq again off of a drop kick. No, Shaq's out. Shook said you signed your soul to the devil. Dilly retorts, there's only the Gator Christ. That is what they call him down in the bayou. Dilly at ringside now on the apron calling for something here. Oh, big tackle over the ropes. Future says Shook should drop Dilly. Todd should pick up Metarract. That's fucking fucked. Oh, I think Dilly was going to begin another pile driver there. Shaq counters it and puts in a single leg Boston Crab of his own. Will Dilly tap? No! For a man who doesn't want to be there, I don't see Dilly taking any opportunity to give up as he sends Shaq to the corner, sweeps the leg, targeting those big tree trunk legs again. Met is in the chat. Did I hear my name? Met has been summoned. The other half of the tag team, formerly known as the Metarract. Dilly Todd has got the sharpshooter locked in. He's empowered by Meta's entrance in the chat. Is it enough? It is! Shaquille O'Neal taps out to the sharpshooter. Shaquille O'Neal taps out to the sharp... No, he doesn't. I thought he did, but apparently he didn't. Sorry about that. It looked a lot like he did. This match is going to continue. The ref saw something I didn't. Or I saw something he didn't. Hard to say. Oh, now Shaq's going to get in. Another choke slam. Is that enough? 1, 2. Dilly's up at 2. Is this AEW? Everybody's hitting their finishers a bunch of times. It is not enough. These tournaments are different, brother. Oh, Shaq hits him. Jackknife powerbomb. Jackknife powerbomb. Is it enough? 2. Dilly's up at 2. Dilly perhaps reinvigorated by Meta's presence in the chat. Shaq's going to go for a third choke slam.
Let's go,
Hits
Shaquille.
it.
The Big Air Style.
Let's not get too loud here. That sounded really rough.
Sorry.
Hooks the leg. Is that enough? 3 choke slams. Dilly's up at 2. Dilly somehow is taking 3 choke slams, a jackknife powerbomb, and I don't know if what he's running on at this point. Should get the fuck out of Shaq's way there.
Yeah, Suge's scared of Shaq. No shock there.
I think Shook could stand on his own shoulders 3 times and not be able to see Shaq eye to eye.
Is Dilly busted open?
I don't think he doesn't wear face paint, so you might be seeing that. I don't think he is. Let me take a look. No, I don't think so. I think it's just the remnant of his war paint. Shook's scared of his third leg. Oh, what a fucking suplex on the outside from Shaq to Dilly. We're at an 8 count. Fella's got to get in the ring. 9 count. Oh my god, that was so close. Shaq almost didn't get in in time. He's a little slower over those ropes. Like you said, he's not a young man. Dilly finds his way in control. Control here. No stranger having the ref miss by shit. Wow, over the top rope, crossbody. And this to me looks like a man that wants to win. This to me looks like a man who wants to be Twitch champion. Diving elbow off the top to Shaq. What's it going to take? These two have endured so much punishment at each other's hands. Off the ropes. Double axe handle. Dilly's going to try. Was that enough? Has Shaq endured too much? He has! Because Dilly Todd's just won the match! For real this time. And again, he is saying, no, don't cheer for me. Cut my music off. I am not in this team. I don't want to be here. Stop it. Todd's erect, not Diablo de Patas. And in spite of his lack of confidence, he wins.
Just like Shaq's free throws match is 0-2. Listen, I'm not really upset. Like, all the matches have been entertaining. Like, we've been in them. I'm a little upset that the Rock didn't tap properly, but oh well. Or tag in properly.
It's true. It's not been an ideal start for the real wrestlers, considering Matt did win draft night and had the #1 draft pick in each division. It's not been ideal yet. There's a lot of night left tonight and a lot of season left to go. But so far, Suge is the El Diablo de Patas is 2-0. That's 5 points on the board for them tonight. Unreal, man. Look, Suge Knight's completely justified, I think, in that draft. He's saying in the chat he wants Dilly Tots' soul. Put on the green and black. Come to the dark side. Come to the green side. Become a Diablo. El Diablo. Dilly refuses. He says, don't cheer. I am a shell. No soul to sell. And that Shaq was simply just too weak to defeat him. Refuses to endorse his own ability and strength. Instead tries to shift it to the shortcomings of his opposition. But if I'm Suge Knight, I'm not letting this one go. I don't care what colors he wears, because he's going to the second round in the Twitch Championship tournament for El Diablo de Patas. Wow. What a show it's been. So many surprises to me personally already, and especially that one. What is up next? What a show, folks. Thanks again so much for watching. Wow, look at this loading screen. I feel like I'm right back in it. Promise Mascot Agency. Meta says, huh? Meta can't. What's going on, Meta? Thanks for tuning in. I'm sorry. I'm getting back in the zone here. Having to do wrestling commentary, rechat. We'll find the groove again eventually. Thanks for tuning in, buddy. You are booked tonight, by the way. You do have a match tonight against Kayla Marie T. I don't know if you're aware. So make sure you're getting your stretches in, you're training in there, because you're going to be trying your luck at a solo act tonight. Here we go. Another tag team match. Now's the time to get a snack or something to drink, because once this match starts, we could be here for a little while. And I did just finish this game last time. The Promise Mascot Agency. I posted a little bonus episode earlier today, a little epilogue episode on WATCW Gaming on YouTube. And now the Promise Mascot Agency has arrived in WATCW. It's Peachy and Pinky. They look amazing. Pinky looks just as horrifying. Dilly says Pinky's an abomination. How dare you? I think she looks incredible. The Promise Mascot Agency has arrived in WATCW in the tag team division. Just finished their game, and now they're here on the roster. What a run these two have had. Chasing their dreams. They've made dreams come true for so many others these last couple of weeks on this channel. Can they now achieve their own of becoming tag team champions? Thick, says Thick.
First, representing the Disciples of Darkness from Osaka, Japan,
Asuka has arrived. Another hang up on the wrestling customization options, that I was not allowed to change the colors of Asuka's hair. What a tragedy. I also can't give them tattoos. I forgot to mention, I was going to give Cody Rhodes, he has that garish fucking logo tattoo on his neck. I was going to give him a real wrestler's tattoo on the other side of his neck, but it does not let you give them tattoos, sadly. I'm sure that's a wise decision.
I mean, I'm not shocked. NBA 2K is the same way.
Yeah, I'm sure that could go really poorly very quickly, so I understand. I would have loved to have changed Asuka's hair color at least. Make it match the Cenobites, but we did what we could. The Empress of Tomorrow has arrived in WATCW. Sadly fell short in the Queen of the Ring tournament over in the WWE, but now she will try her luck at becoming a tag team champion in this WATCW tournament tonight for the Cenobites. Nick Ballbox still singing Asuka's theme in the chat, as he should. It's a great theme song. I do sometimes wish this game didn't automatically mute when you stream. And her partner.
weighing in at 287 pounds, Mankind.
Mankind, another one I mentioned, is a challenging person to edit in terms of color scheme, looking different than anyone's ever seen him before. And maybe, you know what, maybe the more garish and the bigger an eyesore, the more appropriate for Mankind. That is his burden to bear in this life. The pain of being a social outcast, of withstanding judgment at all those who meet him, and taking that pain, bottling up, and unleashing it on his opponents. Mankind's hair looks awful. I can't take any responsibility for that. That's just how it looks in the game. That is not me. I cannot edit any of their hair at all. The WWE wrestlers. Not allowed. Can't really do anything to their face or head. Here we go. Ring the bell. Pinky and Asuka starting us off. And a big boot and a moonsault from Pinky. Pinky got moves. Pinky knows grabs, man. It might be the same hair for Abyss. You're probably not wrong. And Abyss also, we aren't going to see Abyss tonight, but oh! When we do see him, he looks pretty interesting. I tell you that much. Big punch to Asuka from Pinky. Matt, what is your opinion on a severed pinky finger wrestling in the ring?
I'm very creeped out right now, Taylor.
Big fan of Pinky. The mayor of Kasomachi now here tonight, teaming up with the janitor to try to put the Cenobites away. Feature Films cut a mean promo, threatened. Wow! Pinky didn't get it, though. Overshot that one, sadly. Right over Asuka's head. He threatened that they would grind the promised Mascot agency to dust that would be swept up by the broom of the janitor. Mean, fierce, fighting words. Why is its name Pinky, but it looks like a thumb? I was
wondering the same thing.
I think it's been, I don't know, actually. I forget now whether I think it is meant to still be, it's like the tip of a finger. It's like a bit, or is it a pinky toe? Is it pinky toe? I forget. It feels like it's been so long since this was established in Promised Mascot Agency. Is it pinky toe? I think that makes sense, because I think her father is a big toe. Anyway, she's beautiful. I love her. She's a mother hacker. She's dangerous. And really, in a lot of ways, might be the most demented. I mean, she's in there with Mankind, but maybe the most demented person on the WATCW roster this season. Mankind, though, goes up top. Wow, big knee to the head? Question mark? Of Pinky? Pinky's broken in half. Pinky is sliced clean off the bone. Little knee there to Pinky, who I think may want to consider tagging in the janitor here to deal with Mankind, who is just unleashing here. Here we go. Pinky gets Mankind to the corner, tags in the Yakuza enforcer of the Shimazu family off the top. Big shoulder block. Great double team maneuver. Michi choosing to wear a cape instead of his signature jacket tonight, because there's just not really any jacket that sits on the shoulders in the way that his does in the game. That's fine. A cape will invoke the same idea, I think, just as well. Michi, Michizani, big kick. And now Mankind, oh, he does. Michi kind of let him tag Asuka in. I wouldn't have let that happen. Michizani, a guy who, nice suplex from Asuka. A guy whose physical ferocity we've always heard about in Promised Mascot Agency, never really saw much of, and I do wonder if that'll change now that he is a member of WATCW attempting to become a tag team champion. The detail on Mankind's back is nice. Thank you. When in doubt, I just said, let's put as many logos on these guys as I can. I tried to find at least one spot I could put a logo on every drafted WWE wrestler. It is a fun kind of problem to solve in trying to recolor these wrestlers. You can change their clothes, but I was afraid if I changed it too much, it would get too far away from what you think of the characters as being. So I try to keep their original items as far as clothes, and like I said, kind of accept the challenge of figuring out how to make them look like they matched as faction members. Very tentative to change per any faction captain requests. As I've always mentioned when I'm creating people, I'm not precious about this stuff. Do feel free to give me suggestions, edits, notes, etc. These are your wrestlers. I'm just bringing them to life. And oh, wait a minute! Mr. Sacco! Mankind's got Mr. Sacco on Michi, but Pinky breaks it up. Mankind makes sense. You know, like I said, I think it makes sense for him to look kind of ugly. Well, here we go. Back and forth for the pin attempts. 2. What? What? What just happened?
Here are your winners, Asuka.
I kind of need a replay on that. I'm not gonna get it, but how did Michi not kick out of that? Was Mankind pulling the tights or something? I don't know what that was a quick finish to these tag team matches have been pretty brutal so far tonight, but that was a quick finish for Michi. I don't know if he just got caught, taken advantage of, caught off guard, and couldn't recenter. The janitor took the pin there in short order, putting 3 points on the board for the Cenobites, and that means Asuka and Mankind will indeed progress to the second round of the tag team tournament. I'm stunned by that. I expected a bit more from the Promised Mascot Agency. To be sure, we haven't seen the last of those two, but it won't be until the end of this tournament now that they've been eliminated. Wow.
Listen, I respect them, but they're not the first creative people that should have been in this. You want to know who should have been in this? Cody House.
No. Cody
House deserved this.
I won't entertain any of this. Kevin James, Nick Malbach says in chat. Look, we'll talk to Cody House when we think he's ready to be in WATCW, but I think he's got to get out there. He's got to cut his teeth. I just don't know if he's got what it takes to make it in WATCW. Next up,
you're crazy.
I got an eye for talent, and I just don't know if the kid's got what it takes to make it in this league. As a captain or as a wrestler. I just don't know.
He's a part of the Watt family.
Look, is this a family banquet or is this a wrestling league, all right? Here comes the current Intercontinental Champion, Dominic Mysterio. For El Diablo de Patas, getting a lot of shine here tonight as he shines up that WWE Intercontinental Championship. I think El Diablo, yeah, they've won all their matches thus far tonight. Dirty Dom.
From San Diego, California, weighing in at 200 pounds, the WWE Intercontinental Champion,
Dirty Dominic Mysterio. A guy who I think, admittedly, was a really surprising pick for the World Championship division. I don't think anybody expected it from Suge, but let's give respect where it's due. He is, in fact, the current WWE Intercontinental Champion. Suge in his corner, proudly wearing the black and green. And now's his opportunity to prove why that was a great pick. Suge's made nothing but great picks tonight. He's got a great team. But let's bring a new faction out here tonight. It's time to giddy up for the Righteous Cowboys and the best in the world, CM Punk. Oh my. This matchup has some history. Seaman Demon emotes in the chat. Love to see them. Oh, and you hear the WATCW faithful. They are chanting for CM Punk. The voice of the voiceless. Maybe not much voice under that bandana, a little muffled. CM Punk coming out like a gunslinger at the OK Corral with Connor Breedlove right behind him. Dude looks like Hangman Page. Very ironic there, I suppose. Like I said, some people I added a little extra to, and when I saw this come together, I said, I love this. CM Punk, the #1 draft pick for the Righteous Cowboys in the World Championship division, the best in the world, showing up here to represent that faction for the first time. Came up short in Saudi Arabia, experienced a lot of criticism for his presence there in the first place, and now he's flown back across the world to prove to WATCW why they should get out of his way and get behind him once again. Here we go. A lot of history here. These two have been at odds since Dominic was like 5 years old. And here we go. Ring the bell. It's time for them to finally link up one-on-one. Big atomic drop there from CM Punk. Collar and elbow tie-up. Here we go. 2 grapplers. This is real graps, baby. Let's go. Dominic Mysterio and CM Punk. Ooh. Little cheap shot there from Dirty Dom. They don't call him Dirty for nothing. Who hopes to keep the mean streak going tonight for El Diablo de Patas, an undefeated faction thus far. I think this is their last match on the card tonight. Righteous Cowboys first. Can Dirty Dom bring another 2 points home for the black and green, or CM Punk gonna get the Righteous Cowboys on the board quickly? Back and forth we go, grappling up. This is a workers match. Punk out of it, gets around him. A power struggle here. Who can get the first advantage in this match? It is the CM Punk from that feud, from that era of tormenting a young, like second grade Dominic Mysterio. Shook was proud of that draft. Like I said, I was a bit surprised by it myself. I know he was working on a little theme. I know he had a concept that he was driving home. But even still, Dom, maybe not the one I would have suspected to go in that top slot, competing for the WATCW World Championship. But Dominic Mysterio has really come into his own over the last couple of years, really become one of the most iconic names in contemporary wrestling. Current Intercontinental Champion, and what a massive debut and statement it would be if he can defeat CM Punk here tonight and move ahead in this tournament. Eddie is your top slot, his daddy. Look, yeah, no, when Shook told me he wanted Eddie, I was thinking about it. I was like, I would have put Eddie in the top slot. Eddie, a legend, a Hall of Famer, a former world champion. Dom hasn't had that accolade himself yet, but maybe he'll do it in WATCW. Maybe he'll make it happen. I should stop doubting anybody that Shook drafts, because so far he's had a fantastic night. He's the only captain who didn't cut a promo, and he's still probably going to come out in first so far. Big drop kick on the outside. Connor's shirt did come off, by the way. He didn't need to take the shirt off out there, but he did. Pow! Top rope drop kick to CM Punk. And Dom, to his credit, I've been saying here as I doubting him, but I think he's had firm control of this match so far as they fight on the outside. And we can talk about CM Punk a little bit, who's proudly, by the way, sporting that black and red for the Righteous Cowboys. Oh, wait, going to the top. Dom's still on the outside. Oh, huge crossbody. Where am I on the commentary desk? I'm the... Let me see, where... That's me on the left there, you see? All the way to the left? Anyway, Dominic... And Punk still on the outside, just fighting for the ability to get back in the ring. Oh! Throws Dom and he collides with Connor. These two got to get in that ring. Maybe their passion, their hatred for one another too much, and they are losing sight of the objective. Wow, get in the ring in tandem at the 8 count. Now, these opening statements are so important. I know, man. Oh, wait a minute. Dirty Dom's got his legs on the rope. Nope, didn't work. Ref saw it. You dirty bastard. I need some water, man. What's going on over there, Matt? You be munching on something? We drinking something? How we doing?
No, I just reading something. And
just reading.
Yeah.
Just reading a book.
I was muted because I was munching on something, so I didn't want to.
You know what? I admire that, respect that you muted while munching. That's a very admirable move. Wait a minute, CM Punk's got the Anaconda Vice locked in on Dirty Dominic Mysterio. Is he gonna tap out? Is Dominic tap? Fights out of it. Smart knee to the back of CM Punk. Is me and Byron Saxon are the same person. You caught us. Yes, Dilly
Tom is
Tots.
on your team, Billy.
Yes, Dilly Tots. You and Dominic Mysterio are in the same faction. Dominic hangs up. CM Punk on the ropes. 619 busts him
Dilly
open.
says shit.
Ain't that right? Wait a minute though. Bust Punk open off the 619. Dominic's on the top rope. Cross body. And he's got to capitalize. I can't believe he didn't pin him after that 619. Go for a frog splash. Punk, I think, probably surprised by this version of Dominic Mysterio. Probably thought he was going to come in here and get an easy victory. God, he would need it after sadly losing to John Cena at Night of Champions as a consequence of a lot of interference. There it is! Frog splash! But CM Punk scouts it, rolls out of the way. We are back in this. Connor fired up at ringside. They need to get on the board here. Connor did cut a promo. He is 1 point on the board, but 2 more would be so nice to get started here at Streamerversary in the Fantasy Faction War. I think Dom's arguing with Connor at ringside. Connor may be the only one dirtier than Dom in this league. He's telling him, you ain't got what it takes, kid, with that dirty Sanchez. Take your shirt off, you coward. And it might be the distraction that he needed, because Punk reverses off the ropes. Drop kick! Will Punk be able to put him up for that big GTS? We'll see. Big kick to Dom's head. Great competitive wrestling match. Here he is. I think he's calling for it. Will it be enough? Puts him on his shoulders.
Punk.
Shades of Rick Radis. GTS! Go to sleep. Middle of the ring. 1, 2, 3. Huge fireworks going off outside in celebration. CM Punk defeats Dirty Dominic Mysterio. Real loud fireworks going off outside.
Yes, featured.
I almost wonder if the mic's picking that up. CM Punk delivering the first.
Picking it up.
That's crazy. It's so fucking loud. Everybody's so excited outside for CM Punk winning. They want to show up for Connor, the hometown hero out here. CM Punk puts 2 points on the board for the Righteous Cowboys, and the best in the world will go on to round 2 of the World Championship Tournament. And yeah, Featured did ask. He got 3 for the tag win, 2 for the Becky win, and 1 for the promo. That is exactly right. You're doing the math. And don't worry, you don't have to do the math yourself. I will, of course, update your very detailed Captain's Guidebook. And even furthermore, I'm working on a spreadsheet. So we will have...
I figured you'd just have a graphic you'd update real quick after every event.
Well, where I will be... After each show, like the day after, I'll post the faction standings online so everybody can see them.
That's what I meant.
But don't worry, all captains will have several places to reference, so we always know you've got all the math will be happening in front of you that will run a fair league here. But CM Punk, and if you are doing the math, 1 point for Connor's promo earlier this week, and now 2 more for CM Punk's big win over Dirty Dom. The first loss sustained for El Diablo de Patas. I'd cast him down on that world title pick, and maybe my doubt finally making some sense here tonight. But nonetheless, been a great night for Suge Knight 323, and perhaps the beginning of a great night for the Righteous Cowboys. Wow, what a win. What is up next here? I do ask that in earnest because my brain is mush and I can't even remember. Here we go, yes!
I'm over here prepping for this Sunday with Nick Molbach where we go to the Ren Fair.
Matt and Nick Molbach go to the Ren Fair. Sounds like a movie I would love to watch. The cryptid Ren Fair, correct?
It's cryptids and mythical beasts.
That sounds so cool. Let me know if they have the Mothman chicken wings.
They are supposed to have Mothman stuff there. They promoted it.
Love that shit. Let me know if they got Loveland Frog stuff. Loveland Frog legs.
Oh, Jesus.
Here we go. The other half of the undisputed greatest tag team in WATCW history.
From Cleveland,
Cleveland.
weighing in at 228 pounds,
Macho Recto, the mustachioed Macho Recto, has returned to WATCW. The other half of the undefeated former tag team champions.
Todd's your ex spread on the TV, you bastard.
That's what, neither of these guys have changed their trons since the breakup. They're both insisting on it. Two twin flames burning brightly far apart, burning all the same. Nick Malbach calling for a Kids at Heart rematch against the Todd Zarek. I know he takes great issue with Todd Zarek considered the GOAT team. But, you know, they won those tag titles, have never lost since, and may never lose again unless they can find one another in WATCW again. But right now, they are actually on separate ends of the same tournament bracket, which, if you're doing the math correctly, means, yes, we could potentially see the Todds versus the Racked this season. And I don't know if either of those men have what it takes to do that to one another. But let's not get too ahead of ourselves. Metarract is back. He's in the chat. I'm so happy to have him with us and in this league. And he will have to try, like his partner, former partner, earlier tonight, he will have to try to win on his own in the Twitch Championship Tournament. May God help us all, he says, with the sad crying emoji. We are very sad. He is very mustachio. And here we go. Speaking of returns, this was a big one, a big draft for the Heritage Heartbreakers, who I believe are also making their first appearance tonight with Chris Anthony Lopez.
from
Cleveland!
Is she wearing a May Queen outfit?
She is not as she seems before. A new Kayla Marie T, and she is indeed the May Queen this season. During the offseason, perhaps took a little backpacking trip through Europe and came out a little different, is what I understand. Kayla Marie T, the former WATCW Women's World Champion, now entering the Twitch division, and a huge get. I believe last time we saw her, she got a win over Becky the Wreck Radis at Really Mania 2. Huge competitor, contender, and a big get for the Heritage Heartbreakers, and that is correct, Dilly Todds. Metarract versus Kayla Marie T in the Twitch tournament. Right here, right now.
Wow, Dilly seems torn there for a second. Now he's saying kick her ass.
Dilly very loyal to his former tag partner, the Bone Man there on the outside, who's trying to lock in and accept the terms of his fate here in WATCW this season. Here we go. One-on-one. Chris Anthony Lopez there at ringside in the black and pink. Here we go, tying up in the middle of the ring. Two former WATCW champions here, but only one can win.
I'm so glad they allowed for intergender matches.
Oh, me too. Yeah, that's something we have not seen in WWE games in ages. I believe it was a consequence of like Hasbro, some action figure contract of like they couldn't depict this, and if they did, they'd lose the deal. So I don't know what changed. My understanding is it was something that changed, and they added super late in development into the game. I am so glad they added it back too. Huge move over the top rope.
Ooh!
I am so glad they added it back too, because it makes for so many more interesting opportunities this season that we did not have the opportunity to see in Season 1, where you could not do intergender contests. But here, it's all equal standings. It ain't about man, woman, or anything in between or otherwise.
This is an equal opportunity league.
That's right. It's just about who's the best in that ring. And right now, we're going to see tonight whether it's Meta or Kayla Marie T, who are, again, collar and elbow tie-up, two genuine grapplers, two legit wrestlers.
I do love that the fans aren't frozen.
You love what?
that the fans aren't frozen.
That's true. That was a big staple of 2K22. The fans would freeze in place like mannequins. The game is... This one's certainly not without its flaws, but it is also...
Vast improvement.
Definitely...
Oh my god, that is a John Cena, Kim Jong-un signed neck.
that is Communist Chinese Party John Cena. The crowd, I'm glad you noticed it. Another feature that is available in this game that wasn't 2K22, custom sides.
Oh god.
So we have a lot of fun with that, potentially. They also glitch a lot, and they'll look like broken textures when fans hold them up. It'll just look like a fucking missing no from Pokemon when they hold it up. So if you see a sign that's totally blank or has a bunch of weird pixels all over it, that is a glitch that was in 2K24, not fixed for this game, and I got a feeling isn't going to be fixed because no one knows how to fix it. Love 2K and Visual Concepts. What a developer.
Hello, Two Moon Blue.
First time chatter, Tubu Blue, welcome in for Streamerversary, the premiere of our virtual wrestling league, WATCW. We are beginning our fantasy faction war, and we have these two competitors in the Twitch title tournament here. First round. That's right, Shug. Dirty Dominic lost to CM Punk, the first loss for El Diablo de Patos, who are still having a fantastic night, but did fall short against the Righteous Cowboys, CM Punk. Huge splash from Macho Recto. Hooks the leg on Kayla. Did he get it? Not quite there. You should make a missing no sign. That's not a bad idea. I'll try to commit that to my WATCW ideas note. Oh, here we go. Vintage Kayla. Huge kick to the chin of Metarract.
Oh.
Vintage Kayla. Hooks the leg. Meta's out at 2. Big fucking kick to the jaw there from Kayla to Meta. Meta says, I'm not going to be stopped here. Shug mad about that loss for Dirty Dom to CM Punk. Ooh, body slam. Kayla gets him out. She's going up top. He's to his feet. She fights him off. Is she going for it? Big missile drop kick. I thought we were going to see the tea party there, but perhaps didn't think that was the spot to try it. Kayla Marie T was gonna be wearing blue and white as the May Queen here, a little Midsommar vibe, but with the Heritage Heartbreakers transition to black and pink, and it's not a bad look. It suits her well. She's up top. She's calling for it. I think this is it. Menace to his feet. T party. Was that enough? He's stunned. Hooks the leg. Ref's into position. 1, 2. Meta's out at 2. Kicks out of the tea party.
Dilly said, no way, that ain't it.
And perhaps Meta could be charged up by the love in the chat. Oh, Kayla does not get that one. Flies over Meta. Crushes on the mat, but manages to stay in control. Big bridge suplex there. Can Meta... Meta doesn't need to believe in himself. He just needs to believe in the Dilly Tides that believes in him. And perhaps it'll be enough to inspire him to the tournament finals. But Kayla, oh my God, drops him on his head. Meta goes out to the ring, and Kayla is right on top of him. Doesn't give him any opportunity to escape. She is fighting like a fucking demon here. Good Lord. Chris gotta feel good.
Oh my God.
She is strong out here. Chris did cut a promo on Kayla's behalf, and it was unfortunately so late in the night I didn't have the opportunity to give her that little stat boost. I don't think I needed to, though. I don't know if there's any room left to boost. She's up top.
Oh my God.
Moonsault
This
off
is
the
a
top.
massacre.
Moonsault off the top. Does Meta owe her money? Another kick to the jaw.
Even Meta just out here saying Jesus.
She throws Meta to Chris. Says, "Is this your man? Is this your king?"
Is
Kicks
this
him.
your king? Oh.
I told you this is not the Kayla Marie T that we've seen in the past. She is different. She's the May Queen, and I think Meta's going to get counted out. 8.
Oh my God.
He's just now getting to his feet. Does he want to get back in there? He does. just short of the 9 count. And now she's going for some sort. She's got a Maylock in. Oh, the rope break.
Oh my God.
The rope break saved Meta. And Meta, I don't know, look, I thought Dilly was the one who had given up. I'm wondering if Meta's got any fighting spirit left. I think he just misses his buddy. Doesn't know what to do. Can't tag out. Kayla is the seasoned solo competitor. She knows what she's doing. Is that enough? Body slam. It is. Meta is done for the night and done in the tournament. His will has been broken. The May Queen. Kayla Marie T. It was a huge pickup in the draft. And demonstrably so now. Look at that. She's looking around the arena like she owns this fucking place. I don't think anybody has got the courage to stand up and take it from her. Big statement. 2 points on the board for the Heritage Heartbreakers. And Kayla Marie T goes forward in the Twitch Championship tournament. That was a fucking beatdown. I don't think Meta got any of his shit in. Didn't get that big elbow drop. Nothing. I think... You know, Dilly is the most vocal about...
I'm shocked Dilly didn't come in after that win and do something, considering they're both in the Twitch Championship tournament.
Dilly, as far as I know, Dilly's already left the arena. He's so upset about what's going on. He's gone. He's gone. He's like more upset that he won. That means he has to keep doing this. Metarract, on the other hand, maybe, you know, quietly the one who's more upset and struggling even more because... You know, he's used to having Dilly on that apron, being able to tag out when the time calls for it. Nowhere to turn, nowhere to run or hide tonight, and Kayla Marie T capitalized on every opportunity given to her. An absolute fucking beatdown, and if I'm in this tournament bracket, I am scared and hoping I don't find her on the other side of that ring next time. Wow. What a match for the May Queen. Huge win for the Heritage Heartbreakers.
Just a massacre. Bloodbath.
Well, Matt, you were patient, and you will finally get to witness the debut, I think, of maybe your most exciting draft pick, Pixie Boot, who debuts up next against Alexa Bliss. Dilly doesn't interfere in the ring. He waits until the cameras are off. Oh my, Kayla, look out in the parking lot. Meta's man in the corner was taken from him. And Kayla did have, of course, Chris in her corner. Who, by the way, Chris, I guess, may have a bone to pick with Meta. But that Kids at Hart Tadzarek rivalry from last season, who knows? We are back with the Righteous Cowboys.
You didn't have to change her look at all, did you?
No, the black and red is new. And I changed her boots. Columbus. I did change her boots to be a little more cowgirl themed, you'll see. They got the tassels on them, the fringe. Alexa Bliss, who very recently returned. Lily needs the colors. I wish I could edit the colors of Lily the fucking voodoo doll. I wish. Alexa Bliss enjoying a recent return to pro wrestling this year. Some would say maybe not getting the spotlight she deserves over in WWE. Conor Brelev said, no problem. Coming over to WATCW, we'll put you in that World Championship division with the Righteous Cowboys. Here we go. Maybe the most anticipated debut of the night. A true debut here. I know she was real excited to see this. A huge pickup here for the Real Wrestlers, making her not just Season 2 debut, her wrestling debut. Cleveland! There she is. Former power lifter, current mixologist, and now the newest signee to WATCW.
The flex is badass.
Strong as hell and ready to show it in the ring tonight. Pixie Boot will, in her very first match, be competing in the Women's World Championship Tournament. This is a massive opportunity to make a statement. You only get one debut match. You can't do it again. You gotta strike while the iron's hot. Let's see if Pixie Boot can earn her position as a real wrestler here tonight against Alexa Bliss. It's going to be a hell of a match here. Pixie, by the way, enjoyed a strong stat boost off the promo by Matt Thomas here with me tonight. She is hella strong.
I did that strategically.
Hella strong. Connor did fire back, and though he didn't mention Alexa Bliss by name, I took that to mean that he was cutting a promo on behalf of Alexa Bliss. So we have two boosted wrestlers here tonight. Whoa! Pixie goes in for a big clothesline. Alexa ducks it, and here we go. Tied up in the ring once again. I've seen a lot of these collar and elbow tie-ups. These are some real fucking wrestlers, brother, and I don't just mean Pixie Boot and Matt Thomas. Connor's shirt is off. It's funny because
that's the most Connor thing ever.
It's funny because his manager attire at ringside is supposed to keep the jacket on, and it's not. And you're right, that is the most Connor thing ever. He's not supposed to be shirtless right now, but he is. And that's, if it ain't true to life, I don't know what is. Back and forth. These little grapple tie-ups at the start of a match can be so important in deciding the pace and who will be able to control the match moving forward. Alexa Bliss now wrenches the arm back behind Pixie Boot, who, I said it before, is just so excited to join WATCW this season, and we are just equally as excited to have her, a late addition to the roster, but a massive one, and was drafted in kind, in respect of that talent. Whoa! Alexa throws her off the headlock. Get some water here. Back to the grapple. Dare I say, a very evenly matched opponents thus far. Nick Bolbach redeems hydrate. I gotta get some more water.
Oof.
Alexa keeping Pixie in the corner. And the difference in experience is certainly important to mention. Alexa Bliss, a decorated multi-champion in the WWE, definitely has a huge advantage in the ring awareness, experience, her instincts. Pixie, as fresh and as green as they come. But if she, big clothesline, if she can get a win over Alexa Bliss, I mean, that'll just be massive. Oh, she's going in for some sort of clutch submission maneuver. Flexes to the crowd. She doesn't want to get too cocky, overconfident. She wants to keep her eyes on the prize.
Ooh.
Nick is learning how to use Twitch. Pixie up top. That's a big distance to clear. She does, but Alexa Bliss gets out of the way in time. That would have been a huge fight. I don't know how Pixie jumped that far. That was all the way across the ring. Gave Alexa enough time to scout it and get out of the way, and now she is in control. And now she actually is going to go up top, it looks like. She's definitely comfortable up there. Big diving elbow drop. These girls can jump. Hooks the leg. Certainly won't be enough. Pixie out at 2, though I shouldn't take anything for granted as far as when matches could end. Oh, Alexa going in. Backflip. Knees to the center. After that pin for Michi in the tag match, I can't take anything for granted here. Hooks the leg again. Pixie out at 2. That's a big kick out because that was a big signature maneuver from Alexa Bliss. Ooh. Wrenches back. Pounding away. And Pixie definitely, I think, the less experienced of the two is getting caught here. Jonesy, don't you dare try to jump on top of that freezer. Speaking of cat urine ads in the chat. Hooks the leg again. Is that enough? Ooh, that was close. That scared me. Pixie's out, and she's got to find some resolve.
Pix.
She's got to dig deep if she's going to turn this one around. Connor there, pretty pumped in the corner. Ooh, drops her on her head. Now Alexa Bliss going up top. Looking for maybe Twisted Bliss, but doesn't hit it. Does not make it across the ring. That is a huge miss for Alexa Bliss. Twisted Bliss would have been potentially enough to finish it. Manages to get back in control, though. Hooks the leg. Certainly not enough. No, it's not. Pixie out at 2 again. Alexa getting frustrated. Maybe thought she was going to have an easy go at it against a rookie. Literally her first match ever in any league, to the best of my knowledge. Alexa's back up top again, maybe looking for Twisted Bliss this time, but Pixie rolls out of the way. Absolutely crazy that she tried to look. Oh, Pixie looking a little lost there, but manages. There we go. Off the ropes. Ooh, hits the midsection to Bliss in the corner. What's next? Oh, she's a mixologist, and she calls this one bottoms up. Driver, middle of the ring. The bottoms up.
Thanks.
Is that enough? 2. Bliss out. Bliss out at 2. Great maneuver there from Pixie Boot. I think she maybe just needs to wear down Bliss more, though. Huge move, but she needs to stay in control of this match beyond that. Pump in the arm, sends the elbow to the midsection of Bliss on the outside. Oh, drops her on her head. Pixie Boot now rejuvenated on the outside. Perhaps finding the resolve required to win this. Now she'll go up top. What's she thinking? What's she calling for? Says Alexa, get to her feet. Pixie off the top. Big clothesline through the air. Going for another pin. Is that enough? Ref taking her sweet time. 2. Bliss out at 2. Bliss out at 2. It's going to take a little bit more than that for Pixie Boots to get points on the board for the real wrestlers and to move forward in the Women's World Championship Tournament. Alexa Bliss got her by the throat. Throws her on her back. She's going up top again. Does she have a third Twisted Bliss in her repertoire? She does. And Pixie rolls out of the way a second time. Bliss trying to wrap this up with that Twisted Bliss off the top rope and has not succeeded so far. 3 failed attempts. Now Pixie going to the second turnbuckle, calling for her to get to her feet again. What's she thinking? Double axe handle. Oh, whoa, Alexa got right back up. What's going on here? Alexa sneaking in a pin. Wait, sneaking in a pin. Is she going to get it? Pixie out at 1. Pixie out at 1. Oh, look out. Alexa hits this. The double knee to the midsection again. The second time. That is a strong move coming from Alexa Bliss. It's been very competitive. I can feel. Oh, Matt's on the apron. Matt's yelling. Alexa Bliss is coming over to argue with them. Matt's sensing he needs to get involved here. And now it's Pixie. Oh, Pixie tried to capitalize. Alexa saw it coming. Again, the experience of the veteran Alexa Bliss. Matt trying to get Pixie a dub here tonight, but Pixie is the one who will ultimately have to earn it. Bliss wrenches her back. Going up top. Is this her 4th shot at the Twisted Bliss? If she hits it, it surely will be over. She does! She hits it! Pixie stunned. Hooks the leg.
Come on, Pix, get up.
Oh! Alexa Bliss gets the 3 count, and that was the story of the match for sure. Alexa Bliss, the in-ring vet. So sorry and sad to see it, because that does in fact eliminate Pixie Boot from the Women's World Championship Tournament. Righteous Cowboys go up 2-0, another 2 points added to their faction war total. Damn. It makes me sad and sorry to see it. I know the real wrestlers really were hoping that was going to be the match to give them a win here tonight.
Well, Connor got the point loose, which I didn't really know if he would or not. And I strategically was using it on that one. Because I saw the differential as it was already. And I'm like, okay, if we do this right, we'll see what happens. I didn't know if his 9-second, I heard someone was talking shit. But, like, it's literally all he said. I heard someone was talking shit. And I was like, okay. I did not know if that was going to count for an Alexa boost or not.
He did ask, is there a time minimum on these? I gave a time maximum. Is there a time minimum? And I said, no, I guess not. Just don't go over 1 or 2 minutes. And he sure didn't do that. A man, a few words, but it was enough to help drive Alexa Bliss to victory here tonight for the Righteous Cowboys. That's 2 singles wins and a promo point gets them 5 faction points on the board tonight. In some ways, this wasn't an upset. Like I said, Alexa Bliss, definitely the veteran, a lot of experience there against Pixie. But I do sense that, the chat and the crowd and everybody here tonight was really hoping to see Pixie get that win tonight and make that huge opening statement in her debut match. I know she very enthusiastic about being in WATCW this season. I was definitely selfishly looking forward to seeing more of her in the tournament. And though she'll, of course, be back later in the season, she will have to sit out tournament season until we get to WatCon 2 later this summer, because Alexa Bliss has eliminated her and will move forward to round 2 in the Women's World Championship Tournament for the Righteous Cowboys. Connor knows how to pick them. Next up, the Righteous Cowboys ain't done. It's time for some more tag team action when the Heritage Heartbreakers take on the Righteous Cowboys. Mr. Eli Mack and John Cena versus Mr. X and the Xenomorph. 2 misters, but on opposing corners here at Streamerversary.
Let's go,
tonight.
Eli.
I do believe this is our last tag team match for the night, so let's see how this one goes. Who's first out? It ain't the Nasty World Order. It is the New World Order. Which, by the way, I didn't. The irony of that didn't really sink into me until after the draft. That Chris, who was definitely at the receiving end of the most Nasty World Order punishment, did in fact draft NWO John Cena. I gotta grab my cat. I'll be right back. Talk to the people.
Of course, I'm left to talking to people. Listen, this is a version of Cena I'm not familiar with. I'm not a wrestling guy. I get all my wrestling from these amazing streams that Taylor runs over here. So I'm excited to see what happens here. This is, I think, our second to last match based off of what Taylor sent us. So, hey, we got 2 more after this, it looks like. Another Cenobite, or, yeah, it's Cenobites and Celestial Sirens, and then we have Hart, the Heritage Hart, or Hart Heritage and Celestial Sirens. So we got 2 more matches. Hey, Jonesy, you big cat, you.
Sorry, my cat was climbing on some shit. We moved a bunch of stuff around the basement today, and there's so many more opportunities for him to be a problem, so just try to be proactive about that. As I was saying before I left, thank you for entertaining the people. I assumed you did.
I tried.
Very interesting that Chris drafted NWO John Cena specifically. Could have picked many others, but picked this one specifically in spite of all of his past trauma with the NWO. Granted, a different NWO who are not around this season. Bygones be bygones, I suppose. And now the current WWE Undisputed Champion is here as well. By the way, people might forget, John Cena also a former WATCW champion. As a matter of fact, I believe I remember correctly, he defeated you in season 1.
No, he defeated Nacho Libre.
No, I think you were the inaugural champion. He beat you, and Nacho beat him.
I thought it was Nacho beat. Oh, maybe you're right. It's been a while.
That's what I'm saying. Is people forget. John Cena, short-lived WCW champion, and may again be one, as he teams up with this man, another member of the Heritage Heartbreakers, Mr. Eli Mack, the winner of the second Real Rumble, went ahead to main event Really Mania 2 and a triple threat against Nacho Libre, and King Moose for the WCW Championship fell short there, but has thankfully returned. The underdog story is not over. A huge pickup for Chris Anthony Lopez and the Heritage Heartbreakers. So happy to have Eli back. Dilly Todd says, no one defeats Nacho Libre. Not necessarily true. This is a different world in Season 2.
Nacho's not a 99 overall in Season 2.
He's not, but he's pretty close. He earned those stats.
That's why Nacho won all that last time. He was a 99 and Taylor didn't realize it.
Well, I did decrease his stats eventually in the season when I realized that, but it is true.
Yes.
He did begin his journey as the GOAT by having perfect stats that I didn't realize at first. And the rest is history. Nacho has, the list is short, though, of people who've been able to best Nacho in that ring. Maybe you don't remember. You, in fact, did get your revenge on him eventually. You did beat him one-on-one.
Yes, I did. When it didn't matter.
Late in Season 1. Oh, my! Who's this?
What the fuck?
Oh. He's not just a Xenomorph, he's a righteous cowboy. And he's come dressed for the occasion, folks. You couldn't just have a plain old alien come out here.
That's creepy as shit.
He's wearing his cowboy hat. He's got his dusters. He's got his dust coat on. He's got his boots on. And he is here to be a righteous cowboy. This one I really wasn't sure how I was going to pull off, but I think I pulled off about as much as you reasonably could. The Xenomorph. Unfortunately, he's not allowed to wear that hat in the ring. That's something new this year. They made a bunch of stuff not applicable to in-ring attire. It's annoying. Stuff like these hats. The Xenomorph emerges. I myself...
Go ahead. I gotta ask. Could we get smokestack twins later on in this? Because I know you do your movie mayhem type deals going on with a ton of movie characters.
Look, anything's possible in WATCW. I always say you'll see things here you can't see anywhere else. So certainly never say never when it comes to the premier virtual wrestling league. Speaking of which,
Delicious from Main Street, USA, weighing in at 600 pounds.
Oh, this is someone with a size advantage. Holy shit, that's a hole.
that is a size advantage, and he traded in his little hat, like I said, for the big 10 gallon. It's a former WATCW champion, Mr. X. And hold up, entertain the people. I'll be right back.
Jonesy, you're killing my vibe, man. I'm just trying to sit here, relax, and be the co-commentator. I'm not supposed to be the main color man. That's the man Taylor Cleek right there. Oh, but this is a big man. Look at those arms. Size of Myles Garrett's. Holy shit. And oh no, okay, I was about to say the stream freeze. No, we're good. Oh, this is going to be oh my God. I'm scared. Just even watching this, I'm scared. Homie looks like he can just burst your head by putting it in between his bicep. Ah. Ooh. And I'm not a Resident Evil is it guy. I don't know what game series Mr. X is from, but holy shit. What a man. Oh. Oh, am I? Oh my goodness. Cena hit the Xenomorph quick and hard. Holy shit. Xenomorph. Oh! Yes, it's the bike helmet, and it's awesome. Oh, God. Mr. Eli Mack helping out early. Holy shit. Tagged in, taking on the Xenomorph. Oh! Look at those punches! Eli's gonna love this. The Xenomorph is just getting beat up on. Oh, but it counters. He's gonna tag? Yes, he does. And this is where that size advantage. Holy shit, the size of it. Oh! He's just smothering him. Holy shit. This hand's like the size of Eli's face. What's Mr. X gonna do? Oh! Eli's not afraid of it though. Fights back. Oh, X catches that punch. Oh shit. He's. Oh! God damn. Eli's trying to crawl. Oh, but X just kicks his back. Ooh. Oof. That looks rough. Absolutely rough. Eli is just being manhandled right now. I hate to see it. Cena has not been tagged in since early on in this match. Eli hasn't had the opportunity. They're just beating up on Eli. It's hard to watch, honestly. Eli is trying to give it his all, but these guys are just getting in the way. You hate seeing... Oh! Body slam! So Zeno goes for the pin. Cena breaks it up. Cena can't break it up now, though. Eli's getting... Oh, shit. Thrown around. Thrown into the corner. He fights it out, though. He punches Zeno, turns it around. There we go. Oh, yes, he does look like Fast and Furious John Cena. That's not necessarily a good thing. But Mr. X was just fucking with Eli in the corner. Distracted him, and now Eli is about to get punished again. Oh, fucking hell. Eli was able to get a tag, though. It looks like, oh, Cena's begging for mercy. Oh, shit. This is just a massacre. My God. It's not even fair. Cena and Eli just getting beat up on. I think it's very possible. Pixie, you actually had a pretty good match. You didn't lose bad. You had a pretty good match. It was an AB match.
We're back, Matt. Thank you so much for entertaining the people. I appreciate you. Jess just got home from work, so
I figured.
I was just saying hi.
I looked at the time and I was like, it's that time.
Hi.
Hi, Jess.
Matt, did you work today?
Yes, I did. I just got off like literally as the stream started.
We just got off as the stream started.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hey, Nick.
Nick's in the chat. Pixie Boo asked how bad she did. She did unfortunately lose to Alexa Bliss, sadly, in her debut match. You hate to see it. But there'll be many opportunities on the horizon.
She fought well.
She did fight well. She dodged a lot of twisted blisses off the top rope. Tagged Eli back.
Eli was getting manhandled for a long time in this match.
Jess doesn't believe that's a real Xenomorph. She thought it's a guy in a costume. He looks like a real Xenomorph to me.
Yeah, I was like, there's no way that's an actual Xenomorph. It has to be a person underneath the Xenomorph.
It's a real Xenomorph. It's a real Chris Anthony Lopez.
What is that guy?
That's Mr. X.
That's Mr. X.
He's huge.
He's very big. He's very scary.
Where are you?
Where am I?
Yeah.
Right there.
He's at the commentator table.
I stay at the desk. I'm calling the action. John Cena tagged in.
Why is John Cena here?
Because Chris Anthony Lopez drafted John Cena to his team. Choke slam from Mr. X.
Ugh.
It's been a good match, man. I missed a lot of it. How's it been so far?
It's just been very one-sided, honestly. It's not been great.
One-sided for the Cowboys?
Yes. There was a solid 3 or so minutes there where they're just beating up on Eli. And then when Eli tagged in John, they just started beating up on John.
Oh, big shoulder tackle there. From X to Cena. And it's true, Eli is teamed up with the current undisputed champion of the WWE and a legend retiring this year.
The size difference has been the biggest factor, I think.
Post hair transplant, John Cena.
Huh?
That's what Nick said. That's what Featured just said.
Fast and Furious John Cena. He's got more hair than John Cena does in real life. He's got some. He went to Turkey. He got some plugs, but he's facing that vicious, nasty Xenomorph. Not a hair to be found on that violent form, that perfect organism there. But he gets him up on the shoulders. Oh no! I thought he was going for the attitude adjustment. Xenomorph rolls him up.
Finally, yeah!
Is that enough? No, John Cena.
Oh my God!
Xenomorph back and forth.
He could just eat
that
his
was a
dick
very
right
Xeno move.
He can eat his dick. He can twist his dick like Suge Knight.
Twist his dick.
Twist his dick off. Tag into Mr. X. Who's got the little hat back on. Not the cowboy hat. John Cena. The Heritage Heartbreakers have had a great night so far. Can they seal the deal, or will Righteous Cowboys go undefeated tonight? I think this is their last match for the evening. For Connor Breedlove, tagged back into Xenomorph. These tag matches have been crazy tonight.
What's Con doing?
He's over there in the corner. He's the manager of the Xenomorph and Mr. X.
No way.
Yeah, they're his team. And Eli and John Cena are Chris Anthony Lopez's team. Oh, what a slam.
So disappointed in Chris for picking John Cena.
What? Yeah, Jess is a devout and original John Cena hater. Even before he became a bad guy, she hated him just as much.
She must have hated him for the Fred TV movie.
He's just a cornball.
Fred TV movie. What a reference. Oh, hooks the leg. Eli stunned. Cena's coming in. Is he there? He's there quick enough to stop the Xenomorph from picking up the win on Eli.
He's such a chump. What a chump move.
What is the Xenomorph calling for off the apron? Springboard dropkick! Who's going to capitalize? These tag matches are so strategic, back and forth. It is so hard to find that opening and capitalize. Can X do it? Wowee! What a tilt-a-whirl slam. He'll hook the leg. John Cena can't come in to break up this one. Is it enough? No! Eli's got so much fighting spirit.
Just did miss her friend Kayla giving a complete ass whooping.
I love Chris, but I hope Connor's team wins.
Hopes Connor's team wins, and they might do it right now. They do!
Whoop, whoop.
With the fighting spirit from Jessica here. Gives them the will to win. The Xenomorph and Mr. X take the Righteous Cowboys ahead in the tag team tournament to round 2. A sweep for Connor's Righteous Cowboys tonight. A clean sweep. They won every match they had. That's another 2 points. He's got 7. And he's in the chat.
And there's Connor in the chat.
The Seaman Demon has arrived just in time to hear that his team went perfect tonight. Wow.
Points galore. What's that, another 3?
Yes, what? He had... Oh, it's 3, you're right. So they have 3, and then another 4. 8. He's got 8. Oh, my. Here we go. Hold on, I got to tweet this out. Even though I think all the managers are already in the chat.
I don't know any one of those persons.
Well, that's Nick Malbach over there, brother.
That looks nothing like Nick.
Look at you. How dare you? How dare you doubt my craftsmanship?
He used the space can.
Did
Come
he have
on.
a blonde goatee?
No, that's Scott Steiner. Nick was behind him.
Okay, I was looking at the
There's
wrong
Nick
one.
behind him. Behind Scott Steiner.
Sorry.
No, that's Nick right there. That's Hollywood Nick Malbach, muscled up. And the purple chainmail. The purple warrior.
Sorry.
It is funny because Scott's, Nick...
I'm refreshing the page real quick.
Okay, you can hear me, so
Yep.
that's a promising start.
Yep, we're good. We're good.
Beautiful. We're back up. We're coming back up. We had a classic LAN cable fuck up once again. Of course it would happen tonight. Happens so sparingly. I forget about it, and then it comes up, and I go, yeah, I might have to go trade this fucking PlayStation in again.
I have a serious question.
Is it about the Purple Warrior?
Why do they always put their face on their penis?
I don't think many people do that. I think that's a very distinct feature of Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner there in the ring. Big Booty Daddy Scott Steiner.
Big Booty Daddy. I like that.
That's his name. That is, and I met him, by the way. He's very nice. Nick Malbach in his
Did he
corner.
have a big booty?
His booty's a pretty normal size, I would say, all things
That's
considered.
disappointing. Ada Wong.
Resident Evil character.
Oh. I never watched Resident Evil, though.
You shouldn't watch Resident Evil, but she's from video games. She might be in the movies too. I don't know. I think I've only seen the first
she's
2.
not.
She's not in the movies. Figures. All right, we're back up and running. Sorry for the interruption. Very embarrassed. Very frustrated by that. Hopefully We didn't lose too many of you as we get things back up and running here.
It looks like you're back up to the same number of crowds, so.
Okay, very good. Nick, finally, he's been so patient. He's been in the chat all night, and he's finally on the stream, the captain of the Celestial Sirens.
I love you.
I love you too, honey.
Have fun, boys.
Thank you.
Hi, Josh.
If there's any ladies.
Yeah. This is the penultimate match. I'm so frazzled by that interruption, that stream crash there. Sorry, we get back to center here.
You want a popsicle?
No, not really, but thank you. No, I'm okay, but thank you. I love you too. No, that's okay. I got water. Have a nice bath, though.
She is on top of it. Gotta love her caring partner.
Matt, they sold out of hot dog buns today.
Oh, wow. That's fucking crazy.
That's fucking crazy. Give me the fucking mic. All right. Here we go. Let's lock back in. Stream's running. We got this. So sorry for the interruption. It's so typical that would happen tonight. Of all fucking streams that I would have an issue. Goddamn Ethernet cable.
There was a couple times where I thought it happened that didn't while you were away, and I thought, nope.
We're refocused here. Let's set things up. Nick Malbach, captain of the Celestial Sirens, finally gets to show up on stream. He's been very patient, and he's here in the Twitch division with Scott Steiner, Big Papa Pump, and for me, you know, when I was re-envisioning Scott Steiner here, I was like, man, he would be so upset if he saw this color scheme I've given him. But then I thought about it harder, and one of Scott Steiner's underrated monikers is the Purple Warrior. So as a matter of fact, I think it is so appropriate for Big Booty Daddy right here, Big Papa Pump, who takes on Ada Wong. I now have the opportunity to remind everybody, also a former WATCW Women's World Champion right there. Huge pickup in the Twitch division. So while Scott clearly has also a bit of a size discrepancy, the prestige of Ada Wong cannot be denied here as she fights for the Cenobites and featured films. And I think I was saying as the stream crashed, Nick has drafted this sort of freak show murderer's row of outcasts and misfit characters. But strangely enough, even with Scott Steiner being an outlier, I think he is maybe the most uncomfortable to look at. That is just not a normal shape for any human being on this earth.
No, it is not.
But I've told that story before. I did meet Scott Steiner, and I paid for a meet and greet photo with him, and then I was very upset when later he did another meet and greet wearing all his ring gear in the ring. And asked everybody to pay a second meet and greet fee to get that picture. My picture with him, he's like half asleep wearing his civilian clothes, like sitting at a table. It's like, what the fuck, Scott? I would have waited. I would have waited if you knew you were going to do the chainmail gimmick photo later. It's all good, Scott. He got to get paid.
That's how they get you.
That is how they get you.
You know what? That's why I appreciate these celebrities at cons, especially ones that are known for like their character. Like here, the voice cast of Avatar, all of them will do like normal photo ops, but they always announce that there's going to be like 1 or 2 days that they do in costume photo sessions of their characters, even though they look nothing like them. And I appreciate that.
It's good to be up front. Scott Steiner though is it's a carny's business right there. It's a huckster's business. Ada Wong hooks the leg. Again, former WATCW Women's Champion. Definitely a mainstay pillar of the stream mythology. Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 4 had her own spin-off. DLC may come back for Resident Evil Requiem next year. We can only hope, but let's see if she can become a WATCW champion. In the meantime, again, I was so insulted when she said that didn't look like Nick, and then realized she was talking about Scott Steiner. But I like to believe Nick could look like Scott Steiner if he just ate all his vitamins and worked real hard.
I'm not gonna lie, I was just reminded about, since we're talking about celebrities, I was just reminded of Nightmare Weekend coming into town in a couple months.
Nightmare Weekend?
The horror convention.
Oh, it's a con. I thought you meant you were like going to have a nightmare weekend, like something terrible was happening. I was like, oh no.
It's a horror convention.
Are you going?
This is one I talked to you about that maybe we could get press for, and you said keep you updated. I haven't even applied for press yet. I gotta look and see.
Yeah, I do remember that. When is that specifically?
August 29th through the 31st.
Okay, it's not till August, so it could be within the realm of possibility.
Yeah. I mean, I'll tell. Roger Craig Smith is going to be there. David Howard Thornton is going to be there.
I was going to ask if Art the Clown was there. I bet Nick Wallbach would love to meet Art the Clown.
Oh yeah, no, he's been on me that hey, we got to do this.
Art the Clown competed in WATCW at a one-off last year at the King of Real Weed tournament. Just worth saying. Steiner suplex. No. Oh, I thought looking for maybe a brain buster there. Ada Wong turns it around, big knee to the chin, and I gotta say the Celestial Sirens would love to see a win in this their first match, but a huge moonsault from Ada Wong off the top rope, stuns Steiner, middle of the ring. Taking it for the Cenobites, and they do! Ada Wong defeats Scott Steiner, bringing another 2 points to the Cenobites. She is.
Founders of Watt founders are getting hosed. This is rigged.
The Founders having a tough night so far. That's true. No points on the board for the Real Wrestlers or the Celestial Sirens yet, but don't worry. They're going to have another opportunity up next here. But Ada Wong reminds everybody that she is a champion and may soon be one again as she goes forward for the Cenobites and the Twitch Championship Tournament. Here we go. Next match, our last match. It's main event time for Streamerversary. What a show it's been. Folks, thank you again for tuning in. In spite of some technical difficulties, we've got a great show left for you here tonight. Can't wait to edit those VODs together. It's my favorite thing to do in the whole world to do that. This is it, the main event. Nick Malbach and the Celestial Sirens with the Fiend, Bray Wyatt. Meanwhile, Chris Anthony Lopez and the Heritage Heartbreakers bring the GOAT, Nacho Libre, the former two-time WATCW World Champion.
That's fucking terrifying.
Here we go. Let's dial it up. Our last match of the night in the Men's World Championship Tournament. Here we go. I'm pretty sure this Firefly Funhouse thing gets claimed, so that'll be fun. I think I remember this getting claimed from WrestleReel. Correct me if I'm wrong.
See, but it's not. There's nothing playing though.
Oh, it did not play that audio? I guess. Yeah, we might be safe. Here we go. It did get claimed for WrestleReel. Yeah, I thought I remembered that correctly. Here we go. Now, I will say what the inspiration was for the Fiend here, because I thought purple and blue was going to be real tough to get to work for the Fiend. And so I went for an homage to the legendary NES purple and blue Jason Voorhees. And I hope I did Bray Wyatt proud. Rest in peace. With the horror movie throwback here. The Fiend is back in WATCW. I mentioned Halloween Riot last year. The Fiend Bray Wyatt did make a surprise appearance there last year to challenge Albert Wesker to a casket match. A match that Wesker did win and emerge from as the undisputed king of Halloween until maybe later this year. We'll see. It's a long season ahead. But the Fiend now returns as a full-time official member of the WATCW roster in Season 2, competing on behalf of the Celestial Sirens. Nick Malbach, I know, was so excited to get him first draft pick to his team. Nick says, wait. What's he waiting on? Repping the purple and blue.
Is that my face?
On the lantern? Yes, your face on the. That would be crazy if I could do that. Yeah, he's got Nick's head wrapped around the lantern. That'd be wild. It is wild. That is your face, actually. Yeah, canonically, we're gonna say that's Nick Ballback's face. Oh, and the mask on his head, on the back of his head. Maybe maybe I could do that. Actually, put Nick's face on the back of his head. I'll take a look at that if you want. No, it's not yet. Maybe it could be.
There's
The
a face on the
Fiend.
back. There's a face on the back of his head.
No, there is a face on the back of his head, but no, it is not your face, Nick Malbach. Unless, did I miss something? I don't know. Maybe it is now. The Fiend is supernatural, arcane, paranormal. He could do things that maybe surpass even my abilities and knowledge as the commissioner of WATCW. The Fiend emerges, and let you in on something. He got a big fucking stat boost from Nick's promo for the Celestial Sirens. He is a force to be reckoned with for sure. He's going to be scary in this. But if there's anybody who can stand up to the challenge, Matt, look who it is!
Fuck
The GOAT!
him! Fuck him!
El Numero Uno! The Lucha Legend!
Why is he ripped instead of fat? This is bullshit.
Because that's the GOAT, baby. He's traded in the blue and red for the black and pink because Nacho Libre is here. Chris Anthony Lopez in tow. He's here to represent the Heritage Heartbreakers and our main event. The former historic two-time WATCW World Heavyweight Champion. A two-time Really Mania main eventer.
He was juiced. They do not count. Those stats are false.
It was no juice, just the yolk of an eagle's egg. It superpowered him. I watched that movie very recently, so my references are ready to go. It's Nacho! Oh, big boot from the Fiend. Here we go, folks. Let's green. Wow. Oh, here we go. Dilly, I'm all mixed up. Dilly in the chat. I'm so happy to see Dilly in the chat. Love you. The Fiend, Nacho Libre. This is a main event of main events. And I will say, too, the tournament bracket was totally randomized. I did not pick where people went on that bracket. But when I saw the Fiend and Nacho paired up in a one-on-one match, I said, that is the main event. That's got to go on last tonight. And the Fiend, real early here, taking control of this match, going up top and now hooking the leg on Nacho. Kicks out. And I gotta say, the Fiend was once, an unstoppable supernatural force in pro wrestling. Could withstand all sorts of punishment, get up and keep going, unfazed, truly like a horror movie slasher. But even in saying all that, and a former WWE champion, mind you, but even in saying that, I would consider it a cataclysmic upset if Nacho Libre were to lose his first match in Season 2. That would truly be a we're not in Kansas anymore moment if that were to happen. Whoa, off the ropes, big drop kick. Fiend was taking control here early on. Nacho has got his work cut out for him. During the offseason, what's he been doing? Has he been training? Is he rusty? Does he still have what it takes? Or, is he still the GOAT? Big slam from the Fiend to Nacho. Whoa, Sister Abigail! Where did that come from? Sister Abigail from the Fiend! And he's calling for Don't tell me he's calling for Nacho to get up. And he's already got the mandible claw locked in. He's already got the mandible claw locked in on Nacho, who's stunned. Rope break. He went for the pin. The rope saved him. I can't believe we're just minutes into this and the Fiend has already hit Sister Abigail and the mandible claw on Nacho, who's barely managed to get any offense in on this. Is he washed?
Yes.
Is he fell off?
Washed, fake chant. Go Fiend, go!
He has that mascot. Are we sure it's the real Nacho under there? Oh, counters the double axe handle. I mean, the Fiend could really represent the singular greatest threat Nacho's ever faced. This is a competitor who's stood across from you, Matt Thomas, John Cena, Walter White, the great retired Walter White. I mentioned King Moose earlier, Mr. Eli Mack, Mr. X. I mean, he's... Oh, here we go! Vintage Nacho with the Nacho Lariat! Oh, that takes you back to season 1, folks. Hooks the leg. Is it enough? Fiend out at 2. Fiend out at 2. Nacho's going up top. Big moonsault to the back of the feed. Feature Films totally missed Ada's match, but, well, you saw the part that mattered most, that she had won. Got you another 2 points. The Cenobites. I can't wait to tally this up and see how people moved on the bracket and stuff tonight. I'm so glad I have no fucking work tomorrow. I can stay up late and update all my little shitty documents. I love this stuff. I'm so excited to see finally how this show like shakes out. You know, I've had so long to think about it, work on it, but like I can't really know until the teams are drafted and the matches play out. We see how people move on the brackets. It's like I'm getting to finally see what we're working with here, and it's been exciting. It's been surprising. Fiend back in control here. Nacho to his feet. Another mandible claw! Another mandible claw! Oh my god. Is Nacho going to tap? Nacho's out!
Yeah!
That was like a real Fiend match. What the fuck? Oh my god. The Fiend didn't just win. He dominated and destroyed. Nacho didn't have a chance. That was like a real Fiend match. I'm like
and
stunned.
Nick chimes in, and that, kids, is why Nicholas picked the Fiend.
Oh my god. Main event, one-on-one. I gotta say, like, Nick's still at ringside. He's like, where'd the Fiend go? He's up on the stage. Run. Oh my god, the Fiend made a... Like I said earlier, folks, we're not in Kansas anymore. Main event of Streamerversary. First match in Nacho's Season 2 career, and he loses clean, blacks out with the mandible claw. What has happened? If Nacho couldn't stop this, who can? Are we looking at our first WATCW Men's World Champion of Season 2 as it looks right back at us with eyes in the back of its head? Puts 2 points on the board for the Celestial Sirens. And folks, we ain't in Season 1 anymore. Anything's possible. And the heroes of yesterday may not be here tomorrow.
This just proves he was juiced.
Maybe he's juiced. Maybe he's not got the juice. Maybe he's not got the sauce this season. Nacho Libre eliminated from the World Championship Tournament, and we won't be seeing him again until maybe WatCon. Unbelievable. I mean, so many surprises tonight. I can't wait to tally up these points. I'll get the totals up on social media tomorrow. But, I mean, if I had to guess how some of these would have gone, I would have been sorely wrong. And, I mean, I don't know if I would have doubted the Fiend's capability to win here, but not like that. Not so almost effortless. I mean, we've seen... Nacho's lost... I don't even... How many single matches has Nacho lost? I think this might be his third one ever. He lost to Mr. X. He lost to you. And now he's lost to the Fiend. Wow. I mean, that's an accomplishment maybe even coveted more than a championship. The Fiend added to the extraordinarily short list of competitors who defeated Nacho Libre 1-on-1. And Nick is got to be smiling back home as he knows he gets to continue standing in this thing's corner in the World Championship Tournament. My God, folks, thank you once again so much for watching. Thank you for your patience. Apologies for the technical difficulties in the stream. It's a real shame. Not happy about that. But thank you for sticking around. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you to all my captains for cutting promos, for being in the chat. Thank you to Matt here for helping me co-pilot this one. It was really great to have you there during some of those downtime moments. Thank you for entertaining the people. I regret the turnout for your matches tonight, but let me see. So you had their tag tournament. You had your...
I'm out of 3 tournaments.
You're out of 3. What's the one you have left? Is it
I have the Roman in the main.
Roman in the main. That's it, man. That's got to be your guy. And we might...
Yep, that's my lifeline.
Who knows? I could definitely see in a reality where the Fiend and Roman link up at WatCon. I mean, those are 2 old rivals right there who may find each other again.
Literally, he's the only one I have to cut promos for right now, which means he's going to be bumped up to 99.
Roman's getting supercharged. Well, I'll tell you this much. Fiend, after Nick's promo, also got bumped up to 99. So we might be seeing the 2 99ers make it to the main event of WatCon. That would be a hell of a show.
I think they're on the same side of the bracket.
Is that right? I don't know. I got to go review it. I got to go
review it, too. That's what I'm doing.
I got to move things around. Okay, so maybe they won't link up at WatCon, but it's very likely they'll...
If Roman wins, it would be the next round. It'd be the semifinals.
Oh, okay. I feel very confident. Who's Roman got? I think Roman's got the Doomslayer.
Yes.
Okay, so you got a free agent next on the next show. You got the fuck, but I mean, he is the fucking Doomslayer, to be fair. Roman versus the Doomslayer, winner gets the Fiend. My oh my. Nick's calling out Roman. He's calling out CM Punk. He's calling out whatever schmuck featured films picks. Who's Features World? I swear my brain's hurting a mush trying to keep track of all this. Features was... oh my god, who is Features World Championship pick? He has Mankind and Asuka. Stone Cold, of course. Stone Cold Steve Schmuck. Whatever Schmuck. The Texas Rattlesnake. Man, that is wild. We got Stone Cold Steve Austin in the tournament bracket coming up here. Dom Mysterio. Don't got to call him out. We ain't going to see him for a while. But CM Punk's in there. All this to say, there is a lot of runway left in these tournaments, folks. We'll have another stream later this month at Tuesday Turmoil. We got two Turmoils left to go, and then WatCon in August, where these tournaments will conclude. We'll also find out who Mr. and Mrs. Real Deal are in those Real Deal ladder matches. And I'm sure I got a couple other surprises waiting for you then too. We're only getting started, folks. Once again, thank you so much for watching. It's been my distinct pleasure to present Streamerversary and WATCW to you. Happy 3-year Streamerversary to all of us here. Also, thank you to the to GamerLord23 for the follow 40 minutes ago. Just noticed. I'm so sorry about that. Thank you for watching.
Watch Sinners tomorrow.
Watch Sinners tomorrow? Is that what is it come out?
It goes on HBO Max.
HBO Max tomorrow. Sinners. I should be... anything going on What Real Entertainment this week? Anything coming up?
This week, Superman review drops on Tuesday.
Ooh, that's a big one.
Spoiler review will drop probably maybe Friday night or Saturday. It's one of those things where normally I wait for the spoiler review, but because there's the Amazon preview screening on Tuesday, I'm not going to, because a large portion of people will be seeing it Tuesday night. And then you expect a lot of people to go Thursday and Friday. So I am putting the deep dive spoiler review out Friday night.
Heard. That's a big one. It's been a long time coming up to that Superman review. I'm very excited to see it.
Nick might be on the spoiler review because he's actually going with me to the Amazon screenings on Tuesday night.
Hollywood Nick Walbach of the Celestial Sirens might be going as well, might be on the review. Very good. I should be back as usual on Sunday. I said I was going to start Dino Crisis. As a matter of fact, I believe I'll instead be doing a little fishing game Fortnite stream with Dilly Tods and Lady Ray. It's going to be Fish Night. Going to be a little one-off, and then we'll start Dino Crisis next week. Tuesday Turmoil later this month. I'll keep you updated on the socials. Tomorrow, all the faction point standings will go up, as well as the updated tournament brackets. I can't wait to see what's next for WATCW. Thank you for tuning in. Take it easy. Have a great Friday off, hopefully, for you all tomorrow. A good weekend. You may not feel like celebrating a whole lot about this dystopian shithole, and I hear you, but I hope you at least celebrate yourselves. Take some time off. Relax. You deserve it. You need it. You earned it. And we're here for you. I'll see you next time. Good night. And we love you. Goodbye.